What is going on, everybody? How are we doing on this fine Thursday evening? My name is Eric, and welcome to Q2C VR Gamer Live. We are a weekly VR talk show that airs live every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, where we go live to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Kick, LinkedIn, Instagram. I don't know.
And sometimes TikTok.
Yeah. Sometimes TikTok. I said TikTok.
Oh, you
we're always going to TikTok from now on. It's the place to be. Didn't you know?
Right. I forgot. I thought it was getting banned.
But if you cannot catch us live, you can always catch us afterwards on your favorite podcast platform. But before we go any further, let me say hello to my partner from the great Canadian Northwest. He thinks he's the shit because he's got a roto chair in his background. But I'm just going to go tell him to sit on it and rotate. Todd Jackson, what's going on, dude? How you doing tonight, man?
Diddly ho diddly. I'm doing fantastic on my RotoVR.
So you're so bougie in your RotoVR.
Awesome.
Dude, nice opening. New opening. Went back to the old song with the new opening.
Needs a little more editing, but
it needs a little more editing. I have one major takeaway from the opening. Hey everybody, how you doing tonight? Just want to say hi, but yeah, if you enjoyed that opening, I have one major problem with that opening.
It better not be my dance skills.
Well, number one, it's definitely your dance skills. All of those photos, I'm about 50 pounds heavier in all those
I know,
photos,
right?
Why
We
do you
need
put
new
all fat
photos.
pictures of me in there. I think you do this. I swear you do these things on purpose to me.
That's all I got is fat Eric photos.
I mean, I put on a little weight last year, but I mean, I had a little. What happens is you start working from home, you sit behind a desk all day, and you put on a few pounds. I mean, I'm 6'4". I put on Todd, in the last 2 years, I had put on like an extra 50.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I've lost pretty much all of it now. I'm down like 55 pounds.
That's amazing.
I looked at myself from Gamescom the year before last, and I was like, holy shit, you had put some pounds on, brother.
It was winter weight.
It was winter weight. It was baby fat.
That's right.
Oh man, I'm gonna call it stress weight because this year has put about this.
Right.
Impact Reality and Flat VR Studios has put 50 pounds in about 30 years on me. Alex,
that's why he had to shave his face so he could have the baby face.
Alex, what the fuck, bro? Like, why do we got to come in? Like, you made it late for our show. I came in here. Todd's like, I got no opening. They got no, like, they must have went in. He must have went in and erased it. How did you erase our opening? It's like you invite people over to your place. You're like, yeah, you guys can stay. Come over to our place. You can stay, hang out.
Just take off your shoes.
Shit on your sofa.
Yeah.
Alex and Katya shit all over our furniture, Todd.
And they did.
How dare they?
How dare they?
How dare they? I was gonna say I do feel much better now taking that weight off. I mean, it took me a little bit of time. When you get to be our age, when you get to be our age, you pack it on way the fuck faster than you take it off. And it is hard to take this stuff, like take weight off now. Like I remember when I was younger, I would basically just like, all right, I'm going to cut one thing out and I would lose fucking 20 pounds. Now it's like,
happens.
It's like I look at a chocolate shake and I just put 5 pounds on somewhere. Alex says, I don't know what you're talking about. Who knows?
LOL, he says.
I'm not sure who was in here last time. Who was in here last, Todd?
It was Alex and Katya that were in here last.
Sure. You think they're in there giggling? Hey, let's erase.
Yeah, let's eat all their shit and see what they do.
Oh God, Alex!
I tell you,
I don't know.
Try to get good help. We fired Wise like 600 times last year. We might have to start firing Alex.
Holy shit! I know, right? Maybe get something going. Todd, I'm back in my studio, man.
I know, it looks good.
It feels good to be back.
Right? What's it like to sit in front of a 55-inch monitor now that you've been working on an 8-inch laptop for
it's so weird. Literally after working from a laptop for the last 2 months, and I work all day from a computer, working from a laptop or my phone for the last 2 months, and then I have this freaking huge studio back and my monitors. I have 4 monitors, by the way. Like my setup is like crazy. I have a 55-inch Arc monitor, Samsung Arc monitor, 55 inches in front of me. I've got a 27-inch Asus Predator over here vertical, and I've got 2 HDMI 24-inch monitors landscaped over on this side. So I got like normally when I'm in my studio working, I'm like, holy, this is the best thing ever. Like I got so many screens and
100 inches of screen.
and then now for 2 months to be working off a laptop, and I get back here and I'm like, what the frig, man, this is crazy.
It's crazy.
Kicked my computer on for the first time in 2 months.
How many updates did it do?
It was loaded. Number one, I have it set up where I can switch back and forth between Windows 11 and Windows 10 because I'm going to eventually make the conversion. But I have so much shit in Windows 10 that I didn't want to just like go cold turkey. I wanted to have stuff. So if I want to go work in Windows 10, all I have to do is reboot my computer. I get a boot screen that says pick where you want to go, and I can go to Windows 10 or I can go to Windows 11. I don't do anything in Windows 11 yet. Everything's still in 10. I'll eventually start moving stuff over. But of course, as soon as I get in here, my mouse is dead because I have a the mouse is dead. I can't switch over. It automatically kicks me into Windows 11, and I'm like, I know nothing about Windows 11. I can't even find the screen to freaking turn the power off so I can get back in there. So yeah, I mean it's so weird. Like when you get back at your setup for after being so long, it took me an hour just to sit here and like get everything figured out again. But it does feel good.
Yeah, I can imagine. Some people in comments are saying that 55 inch is crazy. It's like the size of his TV. If you're not familiar with the story, we went to CES in 2022.
Yeah,
probably.
Todd, I'm gonna get a picture while you're talking about this.
And it wasn't CES; it was PAX.
PAX West in 2022.
Yes.
You want to know why? I know it's 2022. I found this the other day.
You found your PAX West
patch from 2022.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna take a picture of everybody right now.
Oh yeah,
do it. It's gonna be amazing. And I'll give it to you. You can...
So we were touring PAX just so we could, play some games and check out VR and do all the fancy stuff that is in PAX. I did a review and recap video of PAX 2024 on our channel. Go check that out. And the last day we were kind of like in an obscure part of the PAX showroom, and over in the corner is these giant monitors playing Spider-Man. And we were like, well, what the hell is that? It's like a TV. Why do they have TVs here? So we went over to look, and both of us were, maybe me more than you.
It was you, definitely you more than me. You talked me into this fucking thing.
I fell in love with it instantly. I'm like, can you imagine how efficient you could be on this screen? This is huge. So I bought one, and then I convinced Eric that he needed to buy one too.
All right, I sent you the picture in Discord. So we see these huge monitors, and they're like brand new. They're not even out in the market yet. And they're like, hey, let's, they're like, do a demo. And these are Samsung Arc monitors, and they're 55 inches. They're it's Arc, so it's a big curve. The big thing here, what enamored me, which I never fucking use it for, is you could turn it vertical. So
I know we thought we'd use it all the time that way.
It's on a swivel on the pedestal, so you can actually turn it. So if you've ever been to like a casino and you ever see those slot machines that are hugely tall and they have the curved screen on them, that's what you can do to this thing.
Yeah,
it's completely ridiculous because you wouldn't do anything with it. So, and like the way I have everything set up, I can't even move it anymore. Like you have to have everything off your desk.
If I swivel mine horizontally now, it hits the roof of my office, so it's too big.
Oh my god!
All right, so let me see if I can pop this picture up.
I mean, you have very similar setup to mine. Yeah. I don't know if you have as many monitors as I do.
No, I only have 2, not 4. But I also use my headset a lot for
for work. Yeah, you work in your headset a lot, which I try to when I'm away from, in the mornings when I'm trying to get away from the computer. I use my Apple Vision Pro quite a bit. When I don't feel like sitting here, I want to be in the headset. And then I use the Vision Pro, and I use Moonlight, Sunlight, which are programs to allow me to pull my desktop into the Apple Vision Pro, which is amazing. Like I literally I don't have to have a Mac to use the Apple Vision Pro. I know the lights kind of give this thing a halo effect, but look at I don't even have anything on the other 2 monitors right now. Those are just like screensavers, but usually I'll keep YouTube over there or something over there. But yeah, I have this freaking huge 55-inch monitor. I got the 27 vertical on the left, the 224s on the right. I've got my Stream Deck in the middle. I got my keyboard. I got my Go XLR. It's insane, dude.
Yep.
And
That's
don't
pretty
make
much
fun of
what
my wires down there. Like
I got my desktop on my desk though. I think I'm gonna have to move that because it's taking up a bunch of real estate.
Yeah, so I actually have my desktop. You can't see it because it's actually on a pedestal behind those two monitors on your right, those two 24-inch monitors. I hide it back there on a pedestal, which is great. Gets it off the floor, which I do, and this thing puts off a ton of heat, so it's nice to get it away.
Yeah.
Tasselhoff says, "Are you back for good?" I am not back for good, unfortunately. Not unfortunately, I'm doing some very cool things out in California, but I'm basically I have not seen my family in it's been probably about a month and a half since I saw my wife and daughter. So I'm home to Florida here in Tampa for 4 days. Taking a little break. Going to be kind of working from here a little bit, but I'm going to be taking a little break. Todd, you need to take a break and burn out yourself from time to time, and that's what I'm doing. I haven't seen my wife, my wife Stephanie, my daughter Charlie. Haven't seen them in a long time, so I am here mainly focusing on just spending time with them and getting some quality time in. And then on Tuesday, I will head back. Todd, I'm going to head back. This is crazy. This is my schedule is insane. Yours is close, but mine's insane. So I flew last night, took a red eye at like 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. out of California, arrived in Tampa arrived in Orlando at 7:45 this morning. I'm here for 4 days, 4 nights. I leave on Tuesday morning. I get back into California, back into LA at 9 a.m. on Tuesday. I'm in I'm in California Tuesday. And then Wednesday, I'm in office at A16Z all day long.
You might just go to
I have to go to A16Z on Wednesdays. Wednesdays are big days there for the office for A16Z. I'm there all day Wednesday, 10 o'clock at night. Me and Jasmine fly out of California. We're headed to Austin. So we fly on Wednesday from California to Austin for 2 nights until the 20th. And then we fly back to Florida for a creator event that's going to be happening in Florida with some amazing freaking VR creators that we're going to go hang out with. And then we're there until the 23rd.
Monday
the 23rd. And then we all fly to San Francisco from Florida for MetaConnect.
Yep.
And then when that's over on the 27th, I fly back to California. And I'll be in California till towards the end of October.
Yeah, crazy couple weeks, eh? Like
couple of weeks. We got a crazy couple of weeks.
It's a
crazy couple of weeks. It could be a couple of months.
But there's going to be some cool content coming out of this stuff. Like we're going down to Austin, Texas for a really cool event.
Yeah, we'll talk about tonight, right? We'll hit the topic of Immersed tonight.
For sure. We should say hi to chat though before we get too deep into what's happening. I threw it up on screen.
Yeah, let me scroll back.
Scroll all the way back.
Yeah, let's scroll all the way back from the top. Todd, well, I lost a lot of chat because there was so many people talking. I lost a lot of it. Why is it only going back to there?
It goes back so far.
Yeah, it only goes back to where it says you said poor Alex.
Yeah, that's what we're giving him shit.
Wow. Techno Glitch is here. Let's see. Tasselhoff is here. What's up, Tass? How are you doing, man? Air Force One says, I can't think of a better way to spend my birthday than with you guys tonight.
Awesome.
Dude. Happy birthday, Air Force One.
That's awesome. I'll give you back your name just for today.
Just for today. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. Fourth Wall Breaker is here. Air Force One, I said. Ryan B. I'll say it again because it's his birthday. Air Force One is here. Ryan B. Haruko is here. What's up, dude? How you doing? Q Creator. What's up, Mike? How you doing, man? I miss you, dude. Salvador is here. How you doing, man? Arlen of the Arc Reactor says, what up, VR peeps? Game Strafe is here. Y'all got Friendster? What the hell's Friendster?
I don't know.
Friendster. I don't even know what that is.
Do I need Friendster?
Is that like a skibbity toilet thing?
Oh God.
I don't know what the hell Friendster is.
Not.
Ghost Shot is here. Alex VR, who's getting fired tomorrow, is here. Space Denizen is here. Fourth Wall Breaker. Epi Son is here. Man, I missed a whole bunch of people because we can't go back farther. The Bad Bantha is here. Says 55 is crazy. That's like the size of my TV. Yeah, right in front of my mug, like right here.
Yep.
Mickey
can touch it.
Barrios is here. Yeah, right. Again, Mickey Barrios is here. What's up, Mickey? How you doing? Terry Jackson is here. Says Todd. He's watching.
Hey, that's my dad. Hey,
That's
dad.
your dad. You look just like your dad too, by the way.
I do. It's pretty.
I mean,
it's
like,
pretty scary.
it's scary. Like, you should put a picture up right now if you can of you and your
It's
dad
pretty
because
scary.
it's scary. While I'm doing chat, like
Let's see if I
I'm
can
friends
find
with your dad on Facebook, so I
Mhm.
see him post every once in a while, like you and him, and I'm like,
Mhm.
holy shit, especially older pictures.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's up, Terry? Thanks for coming and thanks for watching, and then thanks for letting me make fun of your son as much as I do. I appreciate it. Sean Cameron is here. Tasselhoff, as I said. Let's see. Techno Glitch. Go to Techno Glitch. Sean Cameron, man, how you doing, dude? Are we gonna see Sean next week?
We
I don't
are.
know. Is he coming?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Hell yeah, man. I can't wait to see Sean. VR Spry guy is here. What's up, Spry? Happy birthday. Spry birthday today also. Happy birthday, Spry. Philozix is here. Michelle B. James. But Mars
Did I lose
Gardens
you?
is about as
Oh.
far as I got. Oh, that's the new walkabout thing, right? Mars Gardens.
It is. Yep.
Air Force One has been a member for 6 months. Q2C supporter. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Mr. Lord Beavis is here. Kubo92 just popped in. Eric, you look 10 years younger. What changed? Well, I lost 50 pounds.
He lost 50 pounds,
I'm gonna
and
shave
you
my
got in a
old
fight
man
with a
beard.
razor.
I'm gonna shave my old man beard, man.
I see it's coming back.
My beard was as gray as my hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was grayer than yours. Like you have at least some color. You have a lot of brown still. Like
There's still a
mine
lot
was,
of brown in there. Yeah.
my beard was pretty damn gray, man. It was pretty gray. It had to go. I'm thinking about growing just a mustache. So you see what I've been doing here?
I know. I've been watching. Yeah, seeing that. Yeah. I'm not sure. That looks a little 70s porn star. I think.
Oh, it's gonna be such a it's gonna be so good. God damn, I'm so excited for this 70s porn star mustache. It's gonna be amazing. All right, am I missing anybody else? Mr. Lord Beavis has been a member for 4 months. Tasselhoff has been a member for 29 months, Todd.
That's crazy.
29 months. Patch S406 or Patches 406. I said the Bad Bantha. Chit Chad is here. Oh man, there's a lot of people here. Your wife is here. Allison Jackson is here.
Allison is in chat. Hello.
Allison. Miss you, Allie. Let's get around to Todd. Me and you go on vacation. You go hang out.
Don't have to road hang out.
Yeah, right. Yeah, hell yeah. Radio Runt is here. Am I missing anybody? Assassin 32 is here. What's up, dude? I think that's it. Assassin 32 pops in with a 7-month membership. It says 7 months, baby.
Crazy.
Michelle B says, "Hey,
Michelle
Mickey,
Bicky?
you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Mickey."
Oh my god.
Now sing it, Todd. Come on.
Nope, not happening.
Michael
It'll be
Verheyen
too
is
good.
here.
We'll
What's
get
up, man?
demonetized. Can't do it.
I know, right? Michael Verheyen jumps in right at the end, and that is going to be our roll call. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Appreciate it, man. It feels good to be back doing a show. Todd, I miss doing regular shows. We're gonna try and do one last week. Lots of crazy. Did I get disconnected or did you?
We both did.
We both got disconnected? Freaking restream.
Yeah, restream kicked us both.
That's weird.
I think we're all back. Everybody can see us.
Are we back? Canadian internet. I don't know if it's Canadian. I think that was mine too, because
to do with me.
right, because if one of us goes, one of us should still be here. So that was a restream fuck up right there.
I think so. Yeah,
It was a restream hiccup.
Everybody says frozen, but I think it's catching up. I'm hoping it's catching up.
Somebody tripped over the power cord in restream offices.
That's hilarious. I'm just shocked that the stream didn't end.
No, well, yeah,
you only get like a few seconds before it kicks it. YouTube will kick
thank God it did hang, because usually if both of us is here, it'll stay. But I think until the room closes, though, until somebody physically goes in and closes the room, it should stay open in YouTube.
Hopefully,
We may
yeah.
have lost other places. I don't know. We'll have to see.
That
That
was
was the
funny.
earthquake. Yeah, I mean, yeah, so it was weird, Todd. I left this morning, or I left last night. Again, I left at midnight last night to fly back here. I was, me and Jasmine we're staying at a B&B in Santa Monica. So she's still there, and I just came home to take a little break for a few days. She's still there. Um, isn't there a 5.1 on the Richter scale earthquake
She practically fell out of bed.
just down the road? I mean, literally, it's about 10 miles where the epicenter was 10 miles away from Santa Monica. So
That's
and it
crazy.
freaking hit pretty hard. And she's from California. She lives in San Diego. She's lived in LA. She lived in San Francisco. She is used to, earthquakes. It's normal. She said she's been through 50, probably 50
That's what she
plus
said, yeah.
earthquakes.
50,
She
yeah.
said this one was the first one where she was like, I need to go take cover somewhere.
Yeah, that's
But no
terrifying.
damage. No damage. No, like
Yeah.
nothing fell off the wall.
Yeah, nothing fell off shelves or nothing. She said she almost fell out of bed.
Yeah. Dude, I have never been, I've never been in an earthquake.
I mean, neither.
No, I just never, I'm on the East Coast, right? Like I
Yeah.
spend all my time on the East Coast. There was an earthquake in New York, like years and years ago. I was a kid, but I don't even remember it. Like people talk about it, but I don't remember it.
Right.
And I don't think it was very, very big. But damn, man, that's pretty crazy. Like I just missed it. Not that I want to be there for an earthquake, but
Yeah.
it would
That'd
have
been
been
cool to feel
it
it.
would have been interesting to at least see what it was all about. But
Yeah.
but it's cool. I'm glad we're having a chance to say hi back to everybody. I do want to get into some virtual reality stuff, Todd, because we got some really cool topics. We've got some stuff going on in the news. We've got a game that came out that was a little weird, man. There's a lot of stuff going on behind Hitman
A lot of
that I
back and
need
forth.
I need
Yeah.
to unpack and talk about. I have gone in and played it. I played it quite a bit, on Quest,
Did you
and
play it pre-patch and post-patch?
I have not played it post patch,
Okay.
and I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt post patch because I hear that it is better, but that's not exactly what I want to talk about anyway. Though there's more to it that I want to unpack and talk about than just the patch. And I'm glad they did the patch, which is great, and I will go back in and I will give it a chance. But I have lots of thoughts about Hitman. I want to talk about the Immersed Visor a little bit because again, we're going there next week. So Todd and I
Mhm.
will be at this Immersed event. Why don't we start there, Todd? Let's talk about Immersed a little bit because you're a huge fan of Immersed. You kind of started on this path with Immersed, the program that you were able to use on your Quest over 2 years ago. You
Yeah.
started working with it, and then you kind of turned me onto it.
Yeah, I've been using it for years now, as a monitor replacement. When I not necessarily when I'm at home, but when I'm on the road and when I'm downtown at an office downtown where I work. It's just been great instead of having to work on 24-inch monitors or, my little laptop monitor of 13 inches. I can load up Immersed and I get 5 monitors that are any size I want. Like, it's just amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very cool app, and I loved it. Todd brought me in there a few times, kind of showed me around, showed me how to use it. I thought it was very cool. I didn't use it a ton myself, but I thought it was cool, and I thought like the technology was great behind it. And then where I got super interested is when Renji Bajoy, the CEO, announced that he was like he said basically what he said was, "There's no hardware out there to take advantage of my software. So
Right.
we are gonna go make a headset." So basically, they did the big screen route,
Right.
and, big screen being the app on Steam and on Quest where you can go watch movies. Immersed was, again, this is a workflow app, that said, "If I can't find a partner to partner with who can make hardware to take advantage of my app, I'm gonna go make my own hardware," and that's what he's done, Todd.
Yeah, he did go the big screen route, where big screen, I think, is different, is that it's not a purpose-built headset. There's nothing on big screen that you can't do on any other headset, whereas the Visor is, dedicated to this Visor app and this workflow, work in VR type of scenario, which we haven't seen yet in a headset that's just focused for that. The Apple Vision Pro is kind of close, but unless you're in the Mac ecosystem, I have one. I'm not in the Mac ecosystem. Working on a PC isn't as easy as I'd like it to be. It does work, but to have something that's small, lightweight, it's lighter than a cell phone. I can't wait to see this thing next week. And I really hope that all the hype that I've been driving for it and everyone else is actually comes to fruition and we're not disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, so we had Renji on the show probably close to like 6, 8 months ago now, like Todd, maybe even more.
I think more. Yeah, like a
Yeah,
year ago,
he
maybe.
came on the show and it was a phenomenal interview. Like it was one of those interviews where I'm like, God damn, this was a really good interview. Like, there's times when you go through interviews and you're like, okay, that was cool. It was fun. You just, the person was fine and you were fine, but it was just okay. There are interviews where I come out of and I'm like, that was amazing, and it had nothing to do with me and you. It
Yeah.
usually has to do with with the guest, right? Like,
Yeah.
there are just certain guests that you don't need a ton to do from the host. Like, we
Right.
can steer the topics. We can ask the questions um, to create a narrative, or we can ask questions to bring us down a path.
Anything
But
to inspire conversation. Yeah, but to find someone who can do that on their own just by, suggesting a topic, and not need, babysitting and hand-holding the whole time through an interview was a pleasure, really.
Yeah, but and, like, again, what it is, we can lead them down the path, but if they don't speak well enough or they don't have a passion about what they're talking about, leading them down that path can sometimes lead to super dead ends, like dead
Right.
air, or you just like you think you're going down a really really great path to lead to a great topic, and the guest either just doesn't feel it, or they don't speak well enough, or they're not comfortable enough to bring it anywhere, and then you're like, okay, I just have to go on to the next question at this. So you end up moving to areas where you don't want to move, or the flow is off.
Yeah, are you
And
moving too quickly? Yep, exactly.
yep, and then Renji was completely different. Renji is one of those interviews where literally it was us just kind of like saying little points here and there, and then let his charisma, his attitude, his personality, his passion for what he's doing shine through, and that's where I was kind of enamored with Renji and what he's doing. And at that point, he kind of sold me on the whole visor vision. Now I don't know if he pulled it off. I hope he did. And like I said,
Yeah.
from what he said, again, he was super passionate. We've been really friends, Todd and myself and him, for this entire time now. Since then, that interview, we've kept in touch. He keeps
Yep.
us updated on what's going on with Visor. He's bringing us to the event next week. Him and
I
the
will
Immersed
actually be on
team.
stage at the end of the event to do a little, talk about the future of VR stuff, so
Yeah,
that's
that's gonna be super cool, man. So
gonna be
they have
fun.
this huge YouTube channel, Todd, that's got millions of subscribers.
Yeah.
And they're gonna live stream it there, and then it'll be picked up by other places too. And at the end of the event, there'll be like a little round table about, like, the future of VR, and they've invited me and you up on stage to talk about it with a few others that'll be there, which I think is also gonna be the Duns,
That's
Jay
right.
Dunn
Yep.
and Joy Rain,
Yep.
which will be great. Like, I
It's
love
gonna be
them.
awesome because we love them. Yeah, exactly. We
Yep.
just had them on the show a few months back and had a great time, so I can't wait to see them in person again.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I'm very interested. So we're gonna get our first hands-on with this thing. So, like, we have an idea. Todd, you got any info here that we can get a video or anything we can run on Merst?
Let's
What do you
have a
got?
look at the visor.
What do you got?
They'll also enrich our society because it'll make it possible for us to live really anywhere we like. Any businessman and executive could live almost anywhere on Earth and still do his business through a device like this.
Crazy.
Dude, it's so good. I mean, this is such a good, like, I love the beginning where the guy's just like hammering monitors off of
Yeah.
his desk, and
I've had enough.
yeah. I'm very interested to see if they pulled this off. Like, I know there's a ton of skeptical people. Like, even when after the show, people were commenting like, this is, Renji's like he's full of it. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, there's no way he can do this. Blah blah blah. Yeah.
And to be fair, it's not what he was showing off was super next level. We've never seen a workflow headset that this small that can do these many things with the type of specs that he was pushing out there. And, so, at that time, this was early on, there was a lot of people questioning, and I was too before the interview. And literally, again, during the interview, he was so good and again so passionate and so thoughtful about what he was saying. I'm like, I'm buying in. Like, if there's anybody I believe who could do this, who's going to do this, I would believe it's going to be Renji. And now Todd, he's about to show it.
Yeah, and it's coming out of the box next week. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
I mean, they're confident enough that they're bringing in media, bringing in press. They're doing a live televised press event. There's a whole bunch of stuff being what's going on that day. Like,
Let me see.
There's a whole big itinerary. They're flying a whole bunch of people in to show this whole headset off. It's going to be a whole full day of like going. There's going to be some opening remarks. There's going to be like a fireside chat. There's going to be talk about like the ecosystem. And then at the end, there's going to be demos where you can actually go and demo it. So we're all going to go demo. And then we have our little thing at the end too, where we go on stage and talk about the future of XR.
Yeah, there'll be a little thing on creating apps for it as well. They're not releasing the SDK for hand gestures quite yet, but they will be releasing that to the public, so you can do whatever you want with it after that. But it is using the eye tracking and hand tracking kind of technology, the same technology that was used in PlayStation VR. So
yeah,
I'm thinking that's going to be pretty good.
Two things happened out of when after that interview that he did with us. Number one, they partnered with NVIDIA,
Intel, and Qualcomm.
Intel. I'm sorry, not NVIDIA. Intel and Qualcomm. So those when you have a company who's making a headset and they get partnered with Intel and get partnered with Qualcomm, that automatically gives them a huge boost in credibility from me, because the Qualcomm and Intel are not getting into bed with somebody that they don't believe that they're going to be able to come out with a product, or if they're a scam, or they're full of bullshit.
And think about it, like when they announced they were coming out with an Intel partnership, Intel was having their product showcase for all their latest processors and all that stuff. And the president, I'm pretty sure is the president or CEO of Intel, walked on stage at that event with a visor in his hand.
Right.
Like, right. That means something, right? That's awesome.
Yep. Now, leading down this road, there was some, there was a little bit of backlash recently, a few months back with Immersed in the app. Todd, talk a little bit about what that backlash was and where we are now with that.
Well, the focus of Immersed is for, the road warrior, someone who doesn't have what we have, 50-inch monitors, 27-inch monitors on the side, 24-inch monitors on the side. It's really not meant for that, but it used to work for that. So I could sit here in front of my multi-monitor setup, put on my headset instead of looking at my monitors, and be inside of Immersed, whether it's multiplayer with other people or just sitting in the cafe with strangers and doing work on all my screens. But after a recent patch, and this goes back a few months now, they took away the ability for multi-monitor machines to support the program. So in order for Immersed to work on your equipment, you can only have one physical monitor. The laptop, that's really what it's designed for, is for people who are sitting in a coffee shop and don't want to work on their 8-inch display. They put on the glasses and they work on 4 or 5 50-inch displays. So there was a little bit of backlash. According to them, it was 2% of the user base, I think, that actually was people that were like me, that used multi-monitor setups and then wanted to use those multi-monitor setups in more multi-monitors inside the headset. So it was very few people. They were very vocal on their server, but I think it's all been, swept under the rug and no one really cares anymore. I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
I was a little pissed off at the beginning, I'm not going to lie, but
yeah, it definitely hurt. I mean, and I don't know, 2% seems very low to me. Like, there's 2% of the people that only have, or that only have more than one monitor.
Well, that's it, right? Like, you're thinking home users, and that isn't their target. The target is the
Right.
road warrior.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So,
But I
don't
want to be.
necessarily
But
need
I
to-
mean, I want to be at home and be able to do it. Like, see, but here's to me is like how many. I mean, I guess there is probably a ton of home users who only can have one monitor,
yeah,
or
totally.
like
That's
don't
true
have the
too.
room for more than that. Like,
Yeah.
right? So I guess it does
It
make
actually
sense.
pushed me to a headless system downtown in my office.
Mhm.
Now, when you go into my desk, now I'm using the Apple Vision Pro, but I also use it with Immersed. But when you go into my office, I have a keyboard and a mouse sitting on my desk, and that's it. I don't
Mhm.
have monitors. Computers on the floor underneath or on a rack thing underneath. And on my desk is just a pen and a paper and my keyboard and mouse. And I put on a headset every time I do some work. Like, I love it. I think that's
Yeah.
the target market.
No, definitely. Air Force One says, Todd and Eric, I so wanted to come and meet you guys at PAX West, my hometown, but my budget just could not justify the extreme price for entry, but I'm glad to be here tonight. You should have just come and
You
hung
should
out
have
with us.
contacted us. Yeah, for sure.
Well, number one, we
Figure something out.
possibly could have helped you with a ticket.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
always, if you're ever going to be at any of these events, now we
If
can't
you know we're
guarantee
coming,
anything, but if you know we're coming and you want to come see us, number one, even if we can't get you a ticket, come and hang out with us. We'll go to dinner.
we'll go for lunch or dinner.
Go to
Yeah, totally.
lunch. I mean, there's a lot of when you go to these events, ask like Mickey or Betty or anybody who has gone to some of these
Classy
events.
grandma.
Ryan Brannon. Um, there's always outside things you do outside of the event where you just kind of hang out. You just got to go eat lunch. You got to go have a beer. Whatever it is. And we always love meeting people. Like I want to meet as many people that come and enjoy the show as possible. So does Todd. So we'll go out of our way to just kind of go somewhere, have a beer, have a drink, have some food,
Yep.
whatever, hang out somewhere, just hang out. So even if it's something where you can't get into the show, just come and hang out.
Especially if
Yeah.
it's their hometown. You don't have to travel. I'm bummed.
Oh my God. Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, for sure. We go to so many events. It's super important for me to want to like to be able to kind of get together with people and like shake hands, give a hug, say hi in person. It means a lot to me. I know
Yeah.
it means a lot to Todd too. So like going to Gamescom and being able to see some of the people that were there that were like flat to VR people that were like almost in tears, man, to come into the booth and just say thank you for whatever you're doing, man. I'm huge fans of you guys. Can I get a picture? And I'm like, of course. Or meeting Looper or meeting, Mickey Barrios for the first time when he came to Game On Expo, and Mike Q Creator when he came to Game On Expo to meet and hang out with us there. Yeah, it's a big feeling. And Assassin 32, when he came to the CES.
Yeah, he just wrote
blew
in
us
chat.
off
He's
the
like,
back.
or you can grab 15 Long Island iced teas and a handful of Jager bombs. Yeah, we might have had a
Dude.
good night that night.
Oh my God. These people try and kill me though. Don't kill me.
Yeah,
Who was it?
exactly.
Who was it that night? It was Assassin 32, Mickey Barrios. I mean, all of us were there. I mean, everybody at CES was there. I'm just trying to think of the people that were like trying to get me drunk.
The developer guy, what the hell's his name?
Who was the girl that was there too, Mickey? I can't remember her name.
Goddess Green.
Goddess Robin.
Yeah.
Goddess Robin was there. I haven't seen her in chat in a while either, but man, she was there and she was just like killing it, like buying shots and buying like
Yeah.
all kinds of Long Island iced teas. And I'm like, I cannot do this all night.
It's always a good time. Yeah, Mickey Bird said it's always fun. That's right.
Always fun. But anyway, I digress. Let's get back to Immersed.
Yeah.
I'm extremely excited. Again, people who don't have multi-monitor setups, if you're one of those people, you should be working in VR. Like you should, because having multiple monitors is such
Even
a
just
freeing
one that's not
experience.
13 inches.
Yeah, it's
will
such a
make you
freeing
more efficient.
experience.
Yeah.
Literally, it will. Like I'm working off a laptop now. Like when having to like either drop down windows, close windows, collapse windows to go back and forth, make one window smaller so I can get to another window. It's such.
Are you not using your Apple Vision Pro with your laptop?
I do. Not all the time. Like if I'm, there's just some places I can't use it. I do try and use it as much as I can. Of course I brought it with me. Yeah. I mean, I have it with me always. Never leaves my backpack. But yeah, I don't get a chance to use as much as I want to, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tasselhoff says, I'll meet you someday. Cool. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I also noticed Haruko said earlier that let me find it here. You guys hopefully won't bully me for being anxious because we're going 40 minutes from his house when we go down to
Really?
Austin.
Oh my God, you got to come to Austin.
You definitely gotta come say hi.
We're not in Austin for a long time. Like,
It's
so
like a day. Yeah.
where I think I fly in at like I think I get in at like midnight.
You get in late. I get at like 6 o'clock or
I
something.
think I get in midnight the first day. Then the second day, so basically I'm just
We're
into
busy
sleep.
all day. Yeah.
Then we're busy all day that day. But that night, I mean, we'll probably go to dinner. So come and hang out. We'll all go to dinner. So for sure. Anybody else who's in the Austin area, hit us up. Happy to see everybody. And then anybody else who's going to be in the Tampa area,
Yeah, for the
Todd.
weekend.
Yeah, so Todd, after the Immersed event, we are heading. We have a group of creators that we are in a management team with, where we're all we work together inside a management team to help manage our business stuff for for our channels individually. And they are bringing us to Florida to just go hang out with each other and like get to know each other, have a little like FaceTime with all that kind of like in our little family. And it's gonna be a good group, man. It's gonna be me and you and Jasmine,
Yep.
from VR with Jasmine. It's gonna be Jay Bratt,
Yep.
Outer Worldly,
Yep.
Tech Man,
Yep.
Genghis
Yep.
VR, Wise Director,
Yep.
and then you said Sean Cam is coming,
I think Sean Cam's coming and
and
Mateo's coming.
and Mateo 311. Is that it? Is that everybody?
I think that's everybody.
Damn, dude. That's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I mean, I literally just saw 99% of these people at Gamescom, but I don't care.
Yeah, right.
I was so busy at
matter.
Gamescom, I didn't get a chance. I mean, I saw people and hugged and said hi, and maybe a few of them I was able to like have a beer with, but literally I had no time to like spend any good time with anybody. And this whole week, or not week, it's going to be like 3 days, but I'm zero work. I just want to be there for everybody else, and yeah, it's going to be cool. Just getting those creators together. We're going to shoot some stuff together, shoot some footage, and do some things. But we're gonna go do like we're gonna go do zero latency together. There's a zero latency, the VR arcade zero latency. We're all gonna
Yep.
go do that together, which is so cool.
I can't wait. That's gonna be so
we're
much fun.
we're all coming here to my
Yes.
crib. You
That's
guys
gonna be super fun.
get to see my studio and hang out here a little bit.
I've been there, so I don't.
That's true. You have been here. But yeah, you get to hang out with this, hang out, see the studio. You get to see, we'll hang
Play
out
the
we'll,
arcade.
we'll play in the arcade
For sure.
room. And then we get to go to Glytch, and then we get to go to Combat Waffle too.
Yeah, Combat Waffle's having lunch with us.
Yeah, Combat Waffle's bringing us all in to have lunch there, and then Glytch, where they make Glytch energy.
Yeah.
Boom, Glytch. There it is.
There it is. Gummy worm.
Yeah, I don't know whose flavor that is. I just got it. It was in my mail. It was in the mail.
Oh,
I'm gonna go through it in a minute. I have so much shit that has come in the mail since I've been in
I
California.
know, right? I can imagine. I've been going through it like on a regular basis. You must have piles of it.
It's insane what is just here. I didn't even know whose flavor this is.
I think this is down the rabbit hole flavor. I think.
Is it the gummy worm tonic? Does it say, or it doesn't say down the rabbit hole anywhere?
Okay, the down the rabbit hole one has it right on the thing, so that must have you.
Oh, it's is that something?
Yeah.
Rin Kajani?
Yeah.
Oh, it's an influencer.
It's an influencer. Yeah.
Okay, so Glytch has sponsored influencers that they give their own flavor and they give their own label to. And Todd, guess who's getting a flavor? guess who's going to be a sponsored partner of Glytch Energy?
Me and you, I think.
Yeah. did they put it? I told they were supposed to get our shit out for this week.
They were supposed to get it out for today, but I'm looking to see if they put it up.
If not, we should just play the fucking video anyway.
Yeah, right.
Seriously, download the video and play it.
Let me look and see here if they.
But Glytch is pretty cool. So here's why I like Glytch. We've done some energy drinks, some gaming energy drinks, and we did, what was the one we did? Juju, which they were cool. They were nice people. The drink was good. It didn't have a lot of bad shit in it, which I like. But ultimately they weren't really in the space enough for me, and they weren't supporting virtual reality enough for me.
And they weren't very proactive. They
were
weren't
terrible.
Very supportive.
Yeah, they were again nice people, but just they were like, whatever. Like we don't really want to worry about you. we're not here to help you grow.
Yeah.
Okay,
weird.
Great. But Glytch is different, and Glytch wants to support VR. Glytch is an up and coming brand. I would say, you know, G Fuel is probably one of the biggest, but Glytch is coming and they want to support VR and they're looking to like basically corner the VR market for games and for um creators. So they want to support as many VR content creators as they can. So like Genghis VR has her own flavor. Me and Todd have a flavor coming. Jasmine from VR with Jasmine has a flavor coming.
That's
But there's
cool.
games that are supported. So they have I don't know, who's this one?
I don't know.
Oh,
Dal,
that's
have you
the
seen something
Tower
else?
game. That's
Oh, yeah.
Project Tower. That's
Project
that's
Tower.
another Steam game. That's really cool. Project Tower. Another one. But they have a Ghost of Tabor flavor, which I haven't tried yet.
I haven't
Glitch,
either, actually.
Glitch, send me the Ghost of Tabor one, will you? So yeah, so game wise, let's just talk VR game wise real quick. They've got Ghost of Tabor, Down the Rabbit Hole. They have a couple upcoming games. I'm not gonna
Wonder what games those could be.
couple upcoming games. But they have who else do they have for VR?
For creators, they have the Grey Wolves.
No, yeah, no.
Oh,
for creators, they had the Grey Wolves. I was
games.
just thinking for games.
I
Oh,
can't
they have
remember.
Elysia. Elysia has a flavor. The VR MMO, Elysia.
Oh, yeah.
They have a flavor. But then Flat Games, they're big there too. They just had a deal. They have a deal with PlayStation to do an Astrobot flavor. They have a deal with Bethesda to do a couple different flavors of a couple different different games of theirs for Bethesda. They have a whole bunch of others too. Like so like big gaming brands are going to Glytch, and then Glytch is really pushing the VR stuff. They like again, they want to corner that VR market, which I'm all about. Like if you want to support VR, we'll support you, man. Like I'm and Todd,
exactly.
they're literally right in my backyard.
Yeah, no, that's super cool.
Yeah, their headquarters is 10 minutes from my house here.
Yeah, that's super cool. And we're gonna go see them, so I'm excited to see them.
Yeah. So again, you know, we looked into the brand. There's not bad shit in here. It's all good, fairly natural stuff. There's no
It's actually
artificial.
vegan too. Like
Yeah, it's vegan, which is
nothing in it,
great.
so
No artificial crap in here. You know, I like that. I like that there's no, you know, bad stuff for you. That was one of the things I was like early on. I'm like, I don't want to do anything that's like unhealthy for people. I want good pure energy. I drink coffee like it's going out of style, guys. I don't know if you noticed during shows, but literally all I do is drink coffee, and I do the same thing all day. Like I probably drink 2 of these a day at least, maybe 3.
that's too much.
It's too much, but
Yeah.
I supplement with these when I can. I want them to come out with cans because I'm not a big fan of having to mix the powder, but I love the jars. They are working on cans. Todd, they are about to go into 600 Walmarts.
I know they're gonna be everywhere.
600 Walmarts. You're now going to be able to get Glytch Energy, and I think I'm not going to say the other one. But, they're going to another. I'm not sure if the other one's announced yet. I don't want to say, but there's another one they're going into also. But yeah, Glytch is cool, man. I'm glad that we're partnered with them, and I think there's going to be some cool stuff coming from them. Do you have the video? Can we play it?
Yeah.
Let's play it. Let's play. This is Todd and mine's intro to us kicking off as what are we? Glytch sponsors and
Part of the Glytch fam, I call
ambassadors? Yeah, the Glytch fam. Let's do it. Let's be Glytch fam. What is going on, everybody? Let me say hello to my partner, Todd Jackson. What is going on, dude?
How diddly.
My name is Eric, and welcome to Q2C. We are Gamer Live.
Ultra Rally.
I can now finally tell everyone how amazing this demo was.
You have winches on the front, winches on the back, so get out of the truck, hook yourself up to a tree, and pull yourself up the mountain.
We're excited to announce that we're joining Glytch Energy Drinks Glytch Fam, the official brand for gamer wellness. As part of this amazing community, we'll enjoy clean, long-lasting energy without the crash or jitters. Glytch Energy is perfect for all gamers with zero sugar, 0 calories, and 0 artificial flavor formulas. You can get 20% off your order by using the code Q2C VR Gamer at checkout. Check it out at the link below.
Very cool, man.
Ta-da!
We're gonna have our own flavor. What I've been having some thoughts about our flavor profile.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking Jaeger and Red Bull flavored.
What? Jaeger bomb flavored.
Come on,
Glytch
if
energy drink.
Q2C is going to be known for a flavor, it should be Jaeger bombs. We should have a Jaeger bomb flavored Glytch energy drink.
Can you imagine people just pounding Jaeger bombs at the gym or before
Seriously,
playing games?
What I mean, if you could get an energy drink and you could get Jägermeister and freaking Red Bull, I mean, Red Bull makes sense. It's an energy drink.
Yeah,
I've
I
been
don't know
thinking
if
about
they'd
this
go
for a
for
while.
that.
I've been thinking about this for a while, man. Hey, Tass says my signs aren't lit up.
They're
No,
not.
okay. Here's what I got to fix that because that's bothering me. So take me off cam. You talk a little bit about Glytch, and I'll be right 2 seconds. Take me off cam.
Yeah. I don't know how to take you off cam. I'm just kidding. All right, so yeah, we're partnering with Glytch. It'll be announced officially, I think Friday and Saturday this weekend is when they're going to announce it all over their social media and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's a lot of great creators that have already been involved with Glytch, including the Grey Wolves, which are in chat.
Orland Hooper's jacked, yo.
And I see Orland Hooper as well. Sneaking in, was watching the game, having a few drinks with friends. That's awesome. Good to see you, Orland. Yeah, I don't know if a Jaeger bomb flavor is going to work out for us, but who knows? Maybe that's what's in the pipes. I did notice also that Mr. Tasselhoff said, "Is there a Glytch giveaway?" And there will be. We're actually going to do a Glytch giveaway, probably in the next week or so. But we're pretty busy with our travel schedule in the next couple weeks, so maybe we'll do it as soon as we get back. But yes, we'll keep an eye on Discord and even on YouTube. And we will have a Glytch giveaway so that you guys can give it a whirl and try some of the flavors.
Okay. Look at that. Now we're lit.
There you go. You're lit up.
Now we're lit. Nice. Why didn't anybody tell me before that?
I didn't even notice. It's been so long since you've been sitting there. I forgot what it's supposed to look like.
I know, right?
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Oh my God. So yeah, I mean, very cool. I'm very happy with Glytch. Again, support VR, and we will support you. Like that's all I can say. Like when Glytch comes to us and says we're all in on trying. We could go flat, right? Like we could do that. Like we have some of those. We have good relationships with Bethesda. We've got good relationships with PlayStation. We could just go flat and be fine. But they're like, look, we love, and I've talked to them many, many times, and they're like, we think VR is the next wave of gaming. Like this is a company that believes, right? They believe all that like we do. And they're like, we want to be on board now because we know it's going to be great. We want to get creators on board with us now. We want to get games on board with us now so we can start getting ourselves, kind of rooted into the market. So support them, guys. So like anybody who's like, that's, if you're into like VR and you're just like company you want to support. Coffee flavor.
That's smart.
What is somebody? I saw somebody.
Ilosix and Technoglitch both said it.
Alan Karras says Eric needs a flavor like ranting raspberry or something. That could be cool.
That's pretty good too.
Raspberry. Yeah.
I don't hate that idea. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Damn.
And we do have a tribe sighting.
What? What's up, tribe? What's up, Jordy? Jordy had a birthday not too long ago, Todd.
Yeah. She's 26 and holding and looking fantastic. Happy birthday, Jordy.
Yeah, oh my God. Jordan Grey Wolf she's beautiful, number one. She looks like he's 20. We're about 26.
Right? Jealous.
Tribe is extremely lucky. That's all I gotta say. No, they make a great couple. I mean, they're
the
like
two nicest people on the planet. Are you
seriously,
kidding me?
I don't know two nice. I mean, except for me and you, probably the two nicest people.
It goes without saying. Come
on. No, seriously, they are, man. They are. Wes is here. What's up, Wes? He says, "Laugh out loud for coffee flavored." That could be cool. Could we make a coffee flavor? It seems like all these drinks though are like have a sour effect to them. This one's Focus Serum from Project Tower. Focus Serum. So it's all about gaming focus, right? Ooh.
Oh, we got a super chat. I don't want it to scroll by here. It says,
yeah, I missed it.
Eric, did you get a chance to check out the Five Nights at Freddy game at PAX? No,
I didn't. Not, but you were supposed to go back and do it.
I looked everywhere. I couldn't find it, man. I went and reshot footage of the whole thing.
It was there. We saw it where it was.
Oh, I thought that was the flat game.
No, it was at the same spot.
Was
You had
it
to
in
go.
the
You
same
had,
spot?
yeah.
Okay, well, I'll show you the footage. And when I went to that Five Nights at Freddy thing on the next day, there was like fights to get in line. Like literally people fighting, and I got it on video. Crazy. Didn't get a
It's
chance to play it. We should have played it on Friday when it was quieter. Saturday and Sunday was gong shows. It was so busy.
So yeah, I mean, let's talk about PAX real quick. Did we hit PAX last time we talked? I don't even remember.
Mm-mm.
Okay, hit PAX real quick. PAX is a great gaming event. It is getting bigger and bigger every time I go to it. So we hadn't been in since 2022.
Mhm.
God, I thought there was way more people this time. I thought
Oh my
that
God, so much
what
bigger.
was there was more production. It was bigger. It was
Mhm.
better. Unless you're a VR game. This was the worst showing for virtual reality I have ever seen.
Yeah, I put out a video today about my PAX recap, and I definitely ranted a little bit on how disappointing it was for VR. It was crazy. We had 2 titles, 3 with the Five Nights at Freddy
Three
thing.
with Five Nights at Freddy, but that was there just because they were showing off the flat version, really.
That's right. Yep.
3 games, 2 mainly, 2 booths that were just for VR. They
And
were
one was
not.
so hidden in the back.
Yeah, that one was really small.
For
I
whatever
wouldn't say.
reason.
I will say, let's talk about the demon exercise your demons one
Yeah.
because I was impressed with that booth.
I
When
was.
you come into the main floor, the one of the bigger booths, it was like a 2 or 3 sized booth, like so it had 2 or 3 stalls all at one, and they had a great set, man.
Oh, it was great. It was huge. And it was like as soon as you come in that one door, the east wing or whatever door that was, it was like the first thing you see. It was
Yep.
great.
It
The
was
location
put
was perfect.
it was put on by the team that made God of Rifts, the VR
Right.
game God of Rifts. So if you remember that game, it's like a guitar like super heavy metal rock game. Um,
And it uses the same characters and the same kind of art style as God of Rifts. But this game is a mixed reality exercising game where demons come through portals and you have to punch these targets with uppercuts and crosses and jabs, and you're working your ass off. Both of us played it, and it was I really enjoyed it. I can't wait for this one to come out. It was good. It uses mixed reality very well.
Yeah, no, it does. It was done better than I thought it was, and it took me a little bit by surprise. I mean, it's a fun, like more cartoony style of game. It definitely has the
Mhm.
God of Rifts feel to it, the way it
Yeah.
looks like, and the way the graphics are. But yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Another super chat from Arlen of the Arc Reactor. It says, have Flat to VR talked to Blizzard about bringing back StarCraft
Ooh,
out of purgatory as a VR game because it's been on ice for 20 years.
I've talked to
Not
everybody.
confirm nor deny. We talked to everybody exactly.
Yeah, I'm talking to like so. So let me go back to. So I'll answer that question in a second, and the answer is no. I haven't talked to them yet. But I'll get back to it. I will get back to it. Let me say this. Give me 1 second.
You typing?
Yeah. Sorry.
You not know we're in the middle of a podcast?
No. I had to finish something. I had to finish something. You can talk too, by the way, if I get a little busy.
Just kidding.
All right. So yeah. So let me. I'll say that. I'll get back to that statement. I will say this. So PAX not good for VR. Two VR booths with a little tacked on Five Nights at Freddy's. They have in the basement of the convention center. And I'm literally talking the
Summit,
basement.
like not the convention center.
Yeah,
the
yeah. It's like a
Summit Center.
second
Yeah.
smaller convention center that's
Mhm.
across the street and up the road. In the basement, and
In
I'm
the
talking the
basement.
dregs of the basement. They do have a VR free section where you
Free
can
to
go
play,
down and free to play section where you can go down and play virtual reality. And I'm going to give them credit, and then I'm going to rip them apart a little bit. I'm
Right.
going to give them credit for having it at least. Okay, so they had these sessions where you could come and you could do like a tournament type of thing with a couple of different games. I can't even remember. Nothing new, by the way. Weird.
Space Pirate
old
Trainer,
fucking
Gorilla
Space
Tag.
Pirate
Yeah,
Trainer.
who the
What
fuck's
the
still
fuck?
playing that? Yeah, agreed. Completely agreed. There was a few other ones that were on there that were kind of tournament style games. Nothing good, nothing new, No first-person shooters. And then they had 8 people seated, 4 on each side of this kind of corridor. Again, watch my review. I show you all the video footage of this. There was a 8 people playing Among Us, which is relatively new, but they were playing on like Rift S headsets. Which I
No,
thought was
Rift S. Come on, man.
like the point of these free-to-play zones is so people can go in and play these games and then be like, "Hey, this is awesome. Where can I go and buy this?"
You're putting on
And
a
then
Rift.
the guy there is going to be like, "You need a time machine because you can't buy it anymore."
So they have. I mean, how hard is it? It's like it's not even easy. Okay, number one, you're showing it on. You have all these stalls set up. You're showing them on a Rift S. You know how hard it is to demo on a Rift S? You have to have a
Yeah.
computer for every stall. You've
Yep.
got to have base stations for every stall.
Yeah, it was crazy.
What?
They had about 10 stalls, I think, 5 on each side past the Among Us booth. They were playing Gorilla Tag and Among Us. I think that was like the only games that they were playing.
Yeah, I mean,
I even saw Valve Indexes near the end.
weird games, like super weird games, like outdated, space. I mean, look, Space Pirate Trainer's great. Would that be the first game I'm like, hey, let's put some new people into so they can see what virtual reality is all about?
No.
No, come on, PAX. Like, PAX can't go to meta. Like, now I'm not saying they did or they didn't. I don't know if they did, but I would have to believe if PAX went to meta and was like, look, can you donate 20 Quest 3s or
Yep.
shit, donate 20 Quest 2s?
Yep.
They probably have a mountain load of Quest 2s sitting somewhere. I guarantee they would give them to them. If not, at least loan them to them.
Yeah. And we know from experience that this can happen. We volunteered with Game On Expo. And I talked about this in my video as well. It was hosted by Between Realities crew, Alex VR and Skiva. And they talked to Meta. And Meta donated fucking headsets to them. Like, these are just 2 guys from Phoenix. You can't tell me that PAX couldn't have got headsets.
Wasn't even just Meta. Like, they reached out with like this is Skiva and Alex. And they reached out. They reached out to HTC. They had some Vive XR Elites.
Mhm.
They had a giveaway for a Vive Focus from
The Focus or a
HTC
Cosmo.
or Cosmo. Maybe it was a Cosmo.
Cosmo, I think it was Cosmo,
I hope
yeah.
it was a Focus. Cosmo sucks.
I think it was a Cosmo.
But Pimax had donated a crystal.
Mhm.
We were running a G2 from
Had
HTC.
a couple Picos.
We had a couple Picos. We had so many quests. We had
PSVR 2, PSVR 1.
Sony, but we had played that. It wasn't.
That wasn't from
them,
Sony though. That's true. Yeah. But still, it's possible, right? Bobo supplied a whole bunch of batteries and head straps. Like they could have done this so much better and put kids into, things that they want to play. Job Simulator and Walkabout Mini Golf and so many more titles that you could play that would entice people to actually want to go and buy VR instead of just, where do I get this 10-year-old headset? So disappointing.
Yeah, it was. I mean, a freaking Rift S, man. Like, I'm just like, I'm boggled. I'm in there number 1. They didn't even want to let us in. Like, they weren't even going to let us in.
I didn't even touch on that in the video. I should have, but I didn't.
I mean, we have press passes. Our badges say press passes. Like, they want people to know that you're press, because the whole idea is press is so that you can cover whatever they're doing so that PAX gets coverage, right? So when you have a press pass, it basically means to everybody else, please take notice of these people. They will cover whatever you want. We go to the main dude that's there and we're like, hey, we just want to film more, with press. We want to film everybody doing these cool VR experiences. And he's like, I don't think I can let you do that. He's like, you got an appointment? And I'm like, dude, I don't want to play. I fucking got 1,700 headsets at home. I got 1,700 headsets at home. I don't want to play. And plus you're using a Rift S. I wouldn't want to play it anyway. And plus you're playing Space Pirate Trainer. If Chris Haney is watching, he's gonna hate me. I don't get me wrong. I love Space Pirate Trainer, man. But I mean, come on.
Come on.
You here's what you have. You have a Rift S and a computer. You couldn't put them in like Kayak or something, or Half-Life Alyx, or I mean, any number of things that you could go and you could play on that headset. Like, you're showing me Space Pirate Trainer. Was a Job Sim one of them?
No, Among Us.
Among
Gorilla Tag.
Among Us fairly new. Gorilla Tag, I'm sure was popular, but
yeah, it was
weird.
It was not good. It was not good.
Weird. And then so that was it for VR. That was it. But I will say, for PAX and for me now, and you went with me, of course. You were with me with a lot of these.
Yeah.
It's pretty good for flat games, and I'm telling you, man,
It's a flat to VR mecca.
For what we're doing now with flat to VR studios, and what the path is that we're going down, and the relationships that we're building with all of these flat studios to try and take some of their amazing games and bring them to virtual reality. It's like a smorgasbord for me, man. I'm walking through there going, oh, that's cool looking. Maybe that, and it's not even just looking at, again, I'm going to like Bandai Namco, and I'm going to, who else was there? Like Play On, and then we're going to Playside's booth, and some of the big games, some of the bigger publishers out there,
developers and publishers. Yeah,
but I'm looking at cool indie stuff that I think maybe might have a chance to pop off in the next year. Like this is stuff that maybe is like early now or about to come out now. That's going to come out on Steam, and maybe it pops off on Steam, and maybe it gets a couple of million downloads, or a couple of million purchases, or maybe it gets overly
even some of the
positive
free to play
rating.
ones we saw were like there's so much potential for DLCs, and like the business avenue on these, they were like really good for free to play Steam games that would be excellent conversions for a Vlad to VR type of world.
Daniel Manlick. Daniel Manlick says VR games usually suck. Well, if you're Hitman, this could be a good segue, Todd, into our next topic.
Oh my God, yeah. And then he says, I feel VR needs to improve drastically before people even start to be interested. But when they put out games like this, it definitely sets us back.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not going to go to that length, Daniel. Like, I'm not with you on that. Like, but I will say, when there are mistakes made in very high level, high visibility titles, it gives you that impression. Like, I could see if you're a person who's out from the, not in the VR bubble, from the outside looking in, if you see a title like Hitman, that's a big name, and you're like, oh, Hitman VR, well, they're just put Hitman in VR, and that game comes out to the overwhelmingly positive, negative overwhelmingly non-positive, negative views that it did, to the point where it has a 2.7 rating on the Quest store. That is bad for virtual reality. That's when you get people like Daniel who have that feeling, right? Now, Daniel, there's a lot of good in VR that you're kind of skimming over. Like, I don't know how long you've been in VR. I don't know how much you've done VR. And I'm not trying to say anything against you. I'm just saying that I think I could give you probably 50 to 100 experiences, maybe not 100. I can give you at least 50 good experiences that will completely blow you away in a standalone Quest headset.
Yeah. Especially in the Quest 3 headset.
Yeah. So while I agree that if you're outside of our bubble, if you were looking in from the outside and you see a big title like Hitman, and you look at the lazy
getting,
yeah, if you look at the laziness and you look at the where they went wrong on that game, then I can understand that sentiment, right? Like, I get it. Like, I see that, from the outside looking in. All of us know how many great experiences are, right? Like, most everybody who's a regular here, who has been in the VR space for any period of time, knows that I'm not going to say there's way more, but because there's way more bad than there is good. But I will say that there is a good majority of games that are really, really good experiences if you give them a shot. Like, and you realize that this is a standalone console-based cell phone headset, right? Like,
yeah, you need to check the expectation before you shit all over the technology. Like, we're not at the point where PSVR 2 style graphics and haptics can sit on your head while you're running around playing games. If you don't want to spend $5,000 on a headset.
$5,000 in a headset, who would do that?
I might have done that with an Apple Vision Pro.
Yeah, maybe. So here's what I'll say about Hitman. I'm not going to kill it as bad as everybody else thinks probably I would kill it, or everybody else has done, because I'm going to kill him on some things, and I'm going to give him a pass on the others. Todd, the full game is there. And that's
Yeah.
why I'm like, if you give this game a chance, if you're a Hitman fan, if you're a fan of the series, and you only have a Quest headset, this is a cool way to play it. Like, I mean, the whole game is here. Like, so
It's got to be better than the mode from before.
This is by far, before the patch, and I have not played it since the patch.
Right.
Before the patch, this is by far the worst version to play on. And this is one of the reasons this is the trap they fell into, and I'm going to tell you why. So this game released over a year ago on PlayStation and then on Steam. Okay? And it got killed on both, right? It got killed on both because of the controls were not what they kind of promised they were, and it felt like it was a hollow port over of what could have been. I did not feel that way. I thought it was a fun experience, that if I got over the fact that I couldn't use both hands, you know what I mean? And
I couldn't get over that.
and there was a problem with turning in your own space. The game that was there was amazing, and it was really, really good, and it was all great. So, but it got, again, overwhelmingly killed by most people. Okay, so the problem is now it's over a year now since then. Over a year now since then. Now they drop the Quest version. If the Quest version had dropped when those two dropped, if they all dropped together, though the PlayStation version and the Steam version still would have got killed, but I guarantee the Quest version would have been like, wow, I cannot believe they got this game on a standalone headset. This is amazing. I can't, because they would have given it a pass. They would have killed the PC version. They would have killed the PlayStation version, and they would have lauded the Quest version because it's a marvel that they actually got the whole game on there, and they would have gave it a pass at that point, and they would have just attacked the two platforms that should have done better.
So do you think, though, that the Quest version would have just been ignored?
No, not ignored. It would have been good. They would have been okay.
Yeah.
I think people would have been more okay with it. Yes.
You think the delay and the timing
is
what totally fucked everything up?
100%. You have come out now a year later.
And nothing's changed.
A year later, and you are significantly worse than the other two releases now. This game now is significantly worse. So instead of the year that it took you to get it there and improving on what was wrong with the other two versions, you have now made a worse version of the other two. So now nobody wants it. Like, you're to the point where the other versions have been forgotten. The anger over those two versions are forgotten. Now you've brought a significantly worse version of those two versions, and then you're like, here, this is what I brought you. And people are like, this is not what I wanted. You didn't bring me anything different. You didn't change anything.
You gave me a left arm.
Yeah. And the visuals are worse.
Yeah.
The interactions are worse. It was broken. It's janky. It was. And like, again, I haven't played it since the patch, but again, you only launch once. I don't care about the patch at this point. So, you know, it's just wasn't great. Now, when I played it, I'm like, look, I like Hitman. And if you get past the visuals and you get past some of the jankiness that's happening here, the game is there and you can still have a ton of fun there. And that's what I think saves it. People want flat to VR games, Todd. This game is a 2.7 rating, and it is the 6th best-selling game on the Quest store right now.
Yeah, and for you Canadians, it's $42, which is ridiculous, I think. Like, maybe, you know, Hitman's a AAA title. This isn't a AAA video game, like VR game. And that is AAA pricing. Like, that's crazy expensive.
Two things I get out of this. Number one, I think people overly killed it and gave it terrible review, like worse reviews than it probably should have gotten. Because
I think people are jumping on the bad review bandwagon. I went through pages of those reviews, and there's a lot of them that are like, you know, this game has its problems, but it's Hitman and it's fun. And
right.
I don't know. I take reviews with a grain of salt nowadays. Like, there's so many people that just like to see their name in highlights, so they just shit all over things so they can get their name up there, and it drives me nuts. So
I think the rating is overly depressed. So I think the rating is non-accurate of what the actual game is. It's 2.7, by the way. That's too low for that game. I'm not saying it's a 5 or a 4, but it's 2.7 is too low. Maybe it's probably a 4, maybe it's high 3s. Probably a 4.
Yeah, I got to get a
So
key to this. I want to try this.
yeah, for sure. So two
Yeah.
two things. I think the reviews are overly depressed. You get some creators out there who are just like, this freaking sucks. And then all of a sudden everybody says the same thing and it kills it. And again, a year later, giving me a worse version, a year later, not fixing the shit that you should have fixed from last time. And God, Todd, this is a lazy port. I'm telling you right now, this is a lazy, lazy, lazy port. They should have done better. They should not have launched this now. If they launched this in the springtime, they would have been so much better. Fix a couple of things, fix the jank you have, you'd have been so much better. But again, the game is here. So 2 things, depressed score. And why is it number 6 on the selling list? Because I think there was enough people that are interested in Hitman and they want Hitman in VR and they get on and play it and they said, oh, this isn't a 2.7. This isn't as bad as I thought.
Yeah.
There was people out there who got past the shitty scores, who got past the jank and who got past the visuals, who got past some of the laziness. And they're like, this is all the game is here. It is Hitman. It's Hitman in VR on a standalone headset. And there was enough of them out there who have bought it and continue to buy it.
Yeah, completely agree.
It's 6 on the list, for God's sakes.
I know. Right?
There's not many in front of it. Like you're talking some of the big, huge games out there. I Am Cat boggles my mind. Beat Saber. All my favorites are on here, man. I Am Cat, Beat Saber. What else is it? Gorilla Tag. I can't remember now. There was a few others, but they're all the big names, right? That's the only thing that's beating it right now. This game's a 2.7.
It's crazy.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to give it a whirl. I'll have to,
Dude, did you ever show a picture of your dad?
No, I sent it to you just to see what you think.
It's amazing. You need to show it to him. This is what you're going to look like in like 10 years.
10 years, like 5 years. Although I take my hat off so you can see.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Todd sent me a picture of his dad. I'm like, this is you. This is Todd. Like, this is.
I hope he doesn't mind me showing everybody his. I don't think he'll care.
So yeah, I mean, so Hitman. I'm of 2 minds with Hitman because again, I believe that the game is there. I believe that they were super lazy. I believe that they should have done a better job with the port. I believe that if they had given this game to Flat VR Studios, I don't want to toot my own horn or toot our own horn, but I'm telling you, it would have been better. Like we would not put the whole idea of what we're doing at Flat VR Studios is not, we don't port fucking games. Like I don't even like using the word port. Port to me is almost like a dirty word. All right, let's see this picture. Dude, this is insane. Put you and him side by side. Can you do that?
Let me see here. Let me get rid of chat.
Take me right off the camera. You just take me right off. Get me out of here. You can just take me right off so you're big.
Okay, hang on. Nobody can hear you when I take you off like that.
This is the most uncanniest thing I've ever seen.
And
it is the spitting image of you.
Isn't that ridiculous how much we look alike?
You wear the same glasses, for God's sakes.
Oh my God, it's funny. Okay, get off there, Dad.
Get out of here, Terry.
Yeah, and what's funny is, I'm turning 50 in a couple of weeks, and he's almost 80. And doesn't look like it.
No, he looks great. He's gonna be turning 80. He looks awesome.
Yeah, he's 79, I think, this year.
Oh my God.
78, 79. Yeah, crazy.
But
anyway,
so yeah, let me get back. So like literally, the whole idea of Flat VR Studios, like, again, we don't port and this is a port, man. Like you had a year to fix the cutscenes. You had a year to fix some of the, why am I still button pressing to open a door?
Yeah,
like you can't make it physical to where I can open the door with my hand. It's
even
not
button pressing to hide cabinets and stuff. I heard. And
same thing. Why am I still button pressing to hide a body? Like it's one of the cooler parts of the game. It's one of the parts where it would make sense in virtual reality.
Does it that you can grab or not? I Am Cat. What's that?
Okay, any VR game that you can physically touch. I mean, pretty much any game you can grab a body.
Help me out, chat. It's that one where the whole job is to hide the dead guy. What the hell's it called?
Oh, I know the game you're talking about. I don't remember the name, but yeah. Hide the body or something like that.
Hide the corpse. That's it. Hide the corpse. Yeah. That one. They figured it out. Like you just pick that body up and put him wherever the hell you want.
I mean, come on. Like this is Thank you, Sun WTF. Son WTF says, what is it's going on VR conversion. That's a better term. That's what I would prefer.
Yeah.
VR conversion. So the whole idea of Flat VR Studios, we want to take a great game that's already on console or already on PC. Want to take that game, take the source code, take the assets. We want to bring that, stay true to the original IP, and we're not building anything from the ground up. Like I don't want to do a reimagining of a game. I don't want to do a VR version of a game. I want to take that game, put it in VR, but make it fucking feel like VR. Make it feel like I'm supposed to be there. Don't give me button presses for doing stupid shit where should be using my hands.
Yeah,
Don't give me menus that are flat menus. Why are you doing this? It's not that hard to fix. I'm telling you right now, it's not that hard to fix. Put a team behind it to put a menu system in there that isn't a flat screen menu that I could see the same thing when I'm looking at my monitor. Don't make every cutscene to look like I'm watching it on TV inside my VR headset. Don't give me a button press every time I want to open a door.
Yeah, they definitely but I don't know, like some of the reviews I read were the button pressing of opening the doors and hiding the corpse is like reminiscent of the original game because it's the same button that you would play before. And some of the people were like, it didn't really bother me because this is how I played it before.
I get you, but like literally, and there are certain things that don't make sense in VR, but you have to put thought into them. Again, you cannot be a developer and be a fucking robot. Like you have to get in there and play, be a fan. That's my biggest pet peeve with a lot of development studios. They don't play VR games. You know how many developers I've talked to? The only time that they're ever in a VR headset is when they're developing the game because they have to go in and test, or they're building code. They don't play. They're not fans. They don't play VR. Please go in and if you're not a fan of VR, find somebody to help QA for you who is a fan of VR, who can tell you on the creative side what you should be doing to your game to make it feel great in VR. Those are decisions that need to be made at the beginning of the project to let you know this is the direction I'm going to go. I don't want to do button presses for this. This doesn't make any sense. I want to go in this direction because it feels like VR. Maybe I want to do a manual reload of my gun because it feels better in VR. I don't give a shit if it's a button press in a game. Guess what, Black Game? Everything's a fucking button press. Come on. Don't give me, it's the flat game is the same, so why can't I do that in VR? You have to put thought into it. Don't be a robot. You have to play games. You have to be a fan of virtual reality. Figure out what makes sense. What was that stupid game, the Hitchhiker game?
Oh my God.
It was another flat game that they ported over to VR.
Was so bad.
I'm like, what am I doing in this headset? Literally,
you only just sat in the car. You didn't do anything. It was so boring.
The only VR in that game was literally that I could turn my head this way and that way and see the scene. Everything else, I might have been sitting at a keyboard. Everything else was point and click.
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing
I got
here?
so excited to do that one, and I wanted to do a review on it, and I played it. I was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever played.
It's unfortunate because the game is there. I'm a fan of the Hitman 3 game. And the game is there.
It's a great franchise that's just going to be dead now, really.
They just needed to fix a few things, and it's still selling. It's still doing well.
Yeah, like, imagine it was a fucking good game.
If it's a 4, if it's a 4 rating, and you had all these people coming out and saying how great it was.
Yeah, it would have been dismantling I Am Cat from the top of the leaderboard.
Then maybe we wouldn't have Daniel coming in and going, VR fucking games suck. Because that's what people say, man. That's what people see. When you have a high-profile game that fails, people outside the bubble go, why would I invest in VR? Look at this Hitman game. This is garbage.
I hear you. Want to watch the trailer?
You got a trailer for this thing?
I do.
Let's do it. Yeah, why not?
Shadows, silent and sure, still as death. until that time arises. You're my next crisis.
You are Agent 47. Acquire your target. Take control. Go anywhere. Become anyone. Strategize. Improvise. And execute. Your choices. Your weapons. Your world in your hands. Go in, all guns blazing. Or stay concealed. Be creative. Everything is a weapon. The global elite feels safe. But no one is untouchable.
They make it look so good.
I don't know, man. I mean, again, the game is here. If you like the game, I recommend that you probably and again, I've heard that the patch, everything is much better in the patch. If you don't have a PC or a PlayStation, and you like Hitman and you're a fan, and you can get yourself past that, it's not going to look the most beautiful thing you've ever seen, then I would recommend that you go get this game. Like, literally go get this game, because it's Hitman and it's fun. And I hope they fix the jank. Like, literally,
fun.
Literally, you couldn't use the what do they call it? The garrote, the razor wire that you strangle people with. If you went up to do that to somebody, they would their body would glitch out right when you got near them, and they would just go flying off into space.
Yeah, I think they fixed that though.
I mean, there was other things too they needed to fix. There was problems with glitching through the floor. There was problems with going upstairs. I got caught in a doorway at one point where I couldn't move forward or backwards.
We got a good question from Bluebell.
Shoot.
Eric, who made the decision to put the game on the store prior to it being ready? Was it the developer or Meta?
I can't speak to that directly. I can tell you this.
We know how the process works.
Yeah, I can tell you this. And unless Meta owned this, which I don't think they did, they don't really have any control. Like, they can recommend, but they don't force you in any way to do anything. So if you're like, oh, well, Meta went to them and said, you're either putting this on the out now, or you're not going to put it out, that is not the case. That's never going to happen. Like, that's and again, I don't know if it's a Meta owned company, or if it's a Meta owned studio, or Meta funded it to the point where they own it. Maybe they have the control to do that. I don't know why they would, but if it's not, they can't force you to do anything. Like, they literally can't force you, especially now with the open system of, there's no app lab. You can go anywhere you want now. Like, there's no control. There's no barring doors. As long as your game can be approved and get through QA, you can get it on there and it'll go. So to me, this is a great
QA isn't like a play test. Like, no one plays the game from start to finish to find out if the head falls off when you use the garrote. That's not what QA is. There's a bunch of criteria that you need to meet in order for it to pass that level of the process on the Quest store. And once you pass that, you're good. So I think it's the developer's fault for putting something on the store that clearly was not ready.
Yeah, this
was it a timing thing? Like, was it? I'm unaware of any significance to the time. Maybe there's some significance to Hitman, and was it like exactly a year ago that this happened with the old Hitman game? Like, I don't.
Oh, I know. I know why they would want to do it now. I mean, I could tell you why they'd want to do it now. The only reason to do it now is if you're going to launch this year, everything else that will happen between now and then will overshadow you powerfully.
Yeah, but you could have waited 3 weeks and had this patch come on the live version. Like,
but to me, like, what you're doing in 3 weeks to now is not that significantly
well,
different.
it's not game changing, but at least some of this broken shit wouldn't have been broken.
Right. Now here's what will happen. And what you're saying is the 3 weeks thing that meta puts you in a window. They're
Oh, for
like,
sure, yeah.
this is your launch day. You have such and such a launch day, and these are all booked out, folks, for months. Okay.
Mhm.
So if you get to the point and you're like, hey, we're not ready, and you go to Meta and you're like, hey, we're not ready, and they're like, Meta's like, we're full. Like everything else from now until such and such a date is full. And I can tell you right now, I believe everything is booked out to the end of the year. So they only launch so many games per day onto the full release store. Okay, App Lab is again no more. You can launch
Early
anything anytime.
access, yeah.
Early access is no holds barred.
Right.
But if you are going to the full store, they give you your release day. If for some reason you're like, hey, I can't make my release day, or we don't want to make our release day, you're not getting pushed back 3 weeks unless it's like a crappy time of the year when there's
Right.
there's openings. But
Right.
we are now in prime time. Everybody wants to launch now. These dates have been booked out for months. So there is no just push back 3 weeks.
I didn't mean like just tell them you wanted to wait 3 weeks. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, why didn't they do like October 1st and try harder? I don't know.
Yeah. No,
There's too many questions. There's no answers.
No, and I know they I don't think they thought that they were good enough. Number one, I guarantee you they thought we're good enough to go. Let's just get it out. Let's get it out now. We don't want to get it. We don't want it out in October. We don't want it out in November, and we don't want it out in December because there's Batman, there's Metro, there's Arizona Sunshine 2, there's Trombone Champ Unflattened, which is probably going to be the breakaway hit from everybody anyway.
Yeah, it
forget
is.
about Batman. Batman? Who wants to play Batman? I'd rather go play Bat Hands.
You know who likes bad hands?
My mom. Yeah, she does. But yeah, I guarantee. But to me, here's the decision. If I'm the developer, if I am that developer, and I know my game is not right, and I know I'm either not launching now or I launch in the spring, I'm holding it, and I'm like, Meta,
Right?
give me another launch date in the spring.
Fine. I'll launch it in May. Yeah.
What's the difference?
The difference is you don't get shit on like this. That's the difference.
But I mean, what's the difference of launching now or shitty or launching later? Like, you might as well just wait. Like, it's not that big of a difference. You're not making holiday anyway, right? This is pre-holiday. I mean, this is better than launching in June or July.
Mm-hmm.
But you're launching in late August, early September. It's not that much better. It's still hot. People still are just now getting back into VR. So it's not like this is prime real estate. Okay.
Yep.
At that point, you're not getting in October, November, December. That's not happening. So just wait. Delay it till springtime.
Yeah, I agree. I would have delayed.
Delay.
Forgo the date.
And this is not
understand that you're
Meta's
getting
fault.
one, and fix it.
This is not Meta's fault. They had a set date. I'm sure they had it for a long time. They
Mhm.
didn't meet their deadline to have the game where they wanted it to be. I don't think so, number one. I think this is the exact game they decided they were going to launch, and they just don't know any better. I swear to God, they just don't know any better.
I hope that's not true.
I guarantee this is what it is, man. I guarantee they threw this patch together because there was so much backlash. I just have a feeling. I have a feeling. Otherwise, I would have launched it with if I had to launch it, I had no choice. I would have launched it with a roadmap immediately. We have a patch before the game even launches. I would have had my roadmap. Guys, we know there's a couple of issues. We're going to work on them. We're going to 4 days after launch, 5 days after launch, we're going to have a patch ready. All these things are going to be fixed. You fix 99% of those people that are going to be bitching. You already answer them. That's how you do that.
Yep.
So if you had a patch planned and you didn't tell everybody, then you're freaking stupid. Then you're just dumb. So I don't think that they had that. I think that they were like, this is our game. We're proud of it. This is it. And then they got backlash. Like, they took their beating, and they're coming back. You know what I mean? They got their patch out. Okay. They hustled. They figured out what they needed to do. They got their patch out and fixed it. Fixed certain things.
I'm going to have to give it a whirl. I'm not spending $42 though. So it's going to either have to go on sale or I'll have to move to the US.
Yeah, there you go. Bluebell says, I saw an interview with the devs and they seemed passionate. I feel somewhat bad for them. However, the game shouldn't. I don't see what the rest of it is.
Shouldn't have been released.
Yeah, no. Again, you can be passionate. Like, you can be a good developer and good passionate developer, and you could be a good technical developer. But if you don't have a good creative director, If you don't have somebody with vision of how the game should be played in virtual reality, if you don't have people who are on the team who are virtual reality fans and enjoy games in virtual reality and don't point you in the right direction, or you don't have the budget, or you don't have the wherewithal, or put things aside to build things correctly in virtual reality, these are going to be your penalties.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like, you can be passionate all you want. I'm sure these are great people. Like, I'm not saying they're bad people. They're misguided.
Ill-informed, even. If that's the truth, and they thought this was ready to go.
You have to be better. You cannot launch a game like this that's at this high profile. It makes us all look bad everywhere. It's a high profile game that launched broken, with no fixes from the original, that is the worst version of the 3 that are out there a year after it launches. And I'm not even talking about the visuals. Like, I'm okay with the visuals. It is a Quest headset.
Yeah.
It's going to be different.
It's the immersion, though. It's what's happening. It's not the graphics for me either. You know, it's not like it's what was that race car game that had terrible graphics? Drag.
Oh,
Grid.
Grid Legends.
Yeah, like it's not that bad. And this is the Quest 3 exclusive, so you would kind of think that they would have upped the ante with the graphics a little bit, which clearly they missed out on.
Yeah, clearly. All right, I want to get off it because, like, I don't know, I feel bad again. I'm with it. I feel bad for them. Like, I don't want, like, and I'm not the person who's like, shit on it, it's dead, it's not a good game. Like, again, I am there. Like, the time I was in it where I was like, okay, this is cool, I was in it, man, and I will go back and play this game again. I like Hitman. I played a lot of it on Steam. I played a lot of it on PlayStation. I like the Steam version way better than the PlayStation version, the original PlayStation version. But I thought the Steam version was good. Like, you hated the Steam version. I thought it was actually a lot of fun. I still think it's fun. The Quest version,
I just couldn't get over the limitations. Like, Steam I should be able to do everything in a Steam game, I think. You know, I've got a 4090, 64 gigs of DDR5 memory. Like, there should be nothing that I can't play perfectly. And it had way too many problems for me. So the fact that a lot of those, the issues that bothered me, the graphics didn't bother me. The game itself didn't bother me. It's just some of the interactions that bothered me. So maybe I'm not going to hate it. Like I said, I don't put a lot of weight into those reviews that are on the. The good thing about Meta is there's a 2-hour practice, the 2-hour rental period, if you want to call it that, where buy the game, play it for a couple hours, an hour and a half, and see if you like it. If you don't like it, you can always return it. Which,
yeah,
Bluebell says I don't need my left hand. I needed my left hand. I was very frustrated that I couldn't use my left hand.
Todd wasn't all about his left hand.
You know who
loves your left hand?
Yeah.
My mom. You can just do it with your right hand, bro.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh man. Virtual Stranger says we'll take a closer look at the updated version a month from now. And I will go back to it. I mean, the patch came. They may do more. I hope they do. Visuals, they can definitely improve visuals. This is definitely not, upgraded for the Quest 3. I can tell you that. So maybe they do a Quest 3 patch on the visuals. I think that's a smart idea for them. Again, 6th best-selling game in the store right now. That's what kills me. Like,
like I said, $40 or $38 or whatever it is American, $35 or whatever it is.
People want
crazy
the game
for being number 6.
They just needed to put more thought into it. And then again, once you get there, delay it. It's not Meta's fault. It's not Meta's fault. If you're like, hey, we can't make our deadline, we can't make our date, and Meta's like, I'm sorry, but we have no other dates left. We're already full. You missed your date. It's not our fault. And I'm not going to penalize some other game and pull them out of their launch date so you can go in there because you couldn't make your launch. Then you have to wait. I mean, that's just the way it works. Like, you have to, like, you missed. You have to wait. You can go to the next available date. And maybe the date fell right with Batman. And maybe Hitman was like, fuck that. We're not going with Batman. You know what I mean? Maybe there was dates open and they were like, I don't want to go with Metro. You want to go next to Behemoth? You want to launch Hitman next to Behemoth?
Nope, I would have waited a couple months for that
I'm like,
hype to go away.
I'm like, no, get me out of here right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. We'll get back. Like Wes said, we'll get back and play it. I know Todd wants to play it, so get your thoughts.
Yeah, for sure.
Arlen of the Arc Reactor says Todd and Eric are subtly pushing their OnlyFans page again. Are we?
I don't know. I just
Wait a minute.
read
Hold
that.
on.
I'm like,
Did you put an OnlyFans page up?
well, a few months ago, but I didn't think anyone found it.
Cool. Did you put all the fat pictures of me in there,
Emotional damage.
like you did in the intro?
Yeah, a lot of fat pictures of Eric. Yeah, yeah.
How dare you, man? I'm watching the intro. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
It's not my fault. You went to all the conventions fat. It's not my problem.
How dare you? How dare you? I gotta get away. You gotta get out from under. If you work at home, figure out your ritual to get up out of your desk, man.
Oh, dude, I sit in this chair for 10 hours a day. It's
the worst thing in the world, man.
starting
Because
to drive me
that was
crazy.
all it was for me, literally. Because of my job before, I was very active. I was outside a lot. It wasn't like I was like manually labor or anything like that, but like I
You
was
were
out
moving
moving
around
around.
and-
Yeah,
yeah.
I wasn't working behind a desk.
Yeah.
I was out on job sites and at houses and things like that, and it was very much more different than this. Cool. All right. What's our last topic, Todd?
We wanted to touch on PlayStation VR and its effect with the new PlayStation 5 Pro. Is PSVR 2 going to get a graphical enhancement? Is it worth buying a PSVR Pro or PS5 Pro if you are a PSVR 2 owner? I, for example, never turn it on.
You should get 2 of them.
And I will not be upgrading. But, some of the specs on the upgrades sounds like a substantial upgrade.
Yeah.
With Sony's AI's, what do they call it? Graphic enhancer or something like that. They're saying that it could get up to 4K per eye on the PSVR 2 headset, which is a huge improvement. But I don't know if it's that. What do they call it here? Let's just look at this. The AI upscaling is the PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution. Could get us to 4K per eye. They're saying that it could give us some enhancements in games like Horizon Call of the Mountain, Gran Turismo 7, which I do play regularly, and Resident Evil 4 VR, which I still have not played.
What? Are you insane, bro?
I know. I never think about it until we talk about PlayStation. Then I'm like, fuck, I should get in and play that game. And then tomorrow I'll completely forget, and then I won't play it. It's ridiculous. Brandon VR says, "Don't buy PS5 Pro."
$799 for the. All right, so let's get into this. $799 for the PSVR, the PlayStation 5 Pro. Now,
Right.
It seems to me what you're getting in the visual upgrades is significant, and right off the get go, you're going to see some games that have already are going to be upgraded for it. But it does seem to me that you're going to get a slight bump on games currently without anybody doing anything to them. But if you're going to take full advantage of it, the developer needs to do something. They need to work on it, or they need to implement to make it work. So it doesn't seem to me like it's going to
Just
be
magically
enhanced
happen.
immediately. So you're going to have the developers get in and decide to put work into it to take advantage of it. So right now they're saying that there's 13 games that'll be enhanced for the PlayStation 5 Pro version. Alan Wake, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Demon's Souls, Dragon's Dogma 2, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, GT7, which is great. I think that's a big hit.
Right? Because that's kind of like a mode almost.
Mhm.
So I think that'll be the only one really that is VR affected.
Is it $6.99 or $7.99?
I think it's $7.99.
Arlen says $6.99, and then I thought I saw $7.99 too. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, November 7th, $6.99. Yeah.
Okay. Hogwarts Legacy is one. Horizon Forbidden West, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Ratchet and Clank,
Ratchet and
Rift
Clank,
Apart, which is gonna look awesome, man. That game
Uh-huh.
really looks great. The Crew, The First Descendant, and The Last of Us 2 remastered. So that's a good list of games. If you're gonna do some enhanced versions of games, that's a good list of games to start with.
And they're also saying that if you're looking for just a PlayStation upgrade, the PlayStation 6 is like 3 or 4 years away, is what I'm reading. So if you're looking to upgrade
Can that be
to the
right?
next console, yeah, this is
How long has the PlayStation 5 been out? When did the PlayStation 5 launch?
on CNET that they're saying this.
They usually don't go more than 6 or 7 years or 8 years, maybe tops. 6 years tops in
Maybe
between
6
cycles.
years.
I want to believe that the PlayStation 5 has been out for 4 years. I'm gonna take that guess. It's been at least 4 years.
PlayStation 5.
Anybody know out in chat while Todd's looking? If we don't see it for you're saying
2020.
so 2020, so 4 years.
Yeah, so 6 to 5 or 6 years that this says, that brings it to
That's 10
2030.
years. That's
Yeah,
10 years. That's
a
way too
long
long.
friggin' time. Yeah, that's a long ass time. What the hell, CNET? I think you're wrong.
I mean, at that point, I don't even know if we would see a PlayStation 6.
It's 6
4
years from
years
now,
from now,
who's
we might
gonna need
not
a
even
PlayStation?
we might not need a console at that point.
Yeah,
It might just
exactly.
be a streaming.
Elon's gonna have a PlayStation embedded chip in the back of it.
For sure.
3 or 4 years, maybe. I could see that, I guess, but I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it's a big enough upgrade to warrant the $700 price tag? Are you buying one?
I probably. I mean, there is going to be some enhancements for PlayStation VR 2 here. So I'm gonna go over to Tech Radar, and they did an article. Tech Radar did an article about the PlayStation 5 Pro and just its effect on the PlayStation VR 2. And basically what they're saying is, they're not saying what titles will be immediately, if there's any titles immediately supported, like they did here with the 13 games that they announced flat. But they are saying that we are going to see significant upgrades natively with this. So you don't have to do anything. You're just going to see an upgrade on many things, because of the different things that are in here, which is improvements to the resolution of Sony's AI upscaling, and the spectral super resolution, which is the PSSR, is going to be increased with the specs of the PlayStation 5 Pro.
It's also
So
using a new GPU, which is 67% has 67% more compute cores than the PS5, and faster memory that's 30% faster than the PS5.
Yep. And now this isn't confirmed, but Tech Radar was kind of like alluding to the fact that it may be possible to push this thing to closer to true 4K, than it currently is, with the panels that they currently have, because of this new upgraded speed and power that they have. So you're going to see upgrades here, and the flat version, those flat games, while they're great, I don't play them on. I don't play any PlayStation games flat. Not even Astrobot 2. But I am interested in what I can do for PlayStation VR 2, and if this was one of my main headsets, if this was a headset that I'm not playing Steam VR on, okay, I'm going to play PlayStation VR 2 on PlayStation, and that's my main focus, then I would definitely think to upgrade but it's expensive, Todd.
It's
600
just really expensive for I think a minimal. It's the same CPU, it's the
699?
same hard drive, the same speed of drive. I don't know if there's enough upgrades to make a $700 price tag. It's at 700 US. So up here that's like 850, 880. That's a lot of money.
And no drive, no CD, no CD,
Oh, disk drive,
no
yeah.
disk drive, no disk
Yeah.
drive. So you're not putting any physical versions in this game. So if you own a shit ton of physical versions for your game,
Can't play any of them.
can't play them on this. There's
And I
you
made that
can't even buy
mistake.
it.
I bought one that doesn't have a disc player either.
Oh, really? No, I bought the
Didn't
disc
know.
version of the PlayStation, the original
I
PlayStation
should have bought
5.
the disc version.
I don't know, man. This is expensive. Like, I don't know. I've never been a pro version upgrader or a slim. And Wes is out there, or anybody out there. Can you tell me, is this a high upgrade compared to like what they have been in the past? The PlayStation 4 Pro, was that this significant of an upgrade of a price? I mean, this seems expensive.
It just seems expensive to me. Yeah.
Do you see that many people doing this? Like, if you again, if you don't own one, then yeah, you're going to buy this. It's $6.99.
Yeah, definitely. If you don't, why would you buy the PS5 if you can buy a PS5 Pro for $100 more?
But how many do you think you're converting that already own a PlayStation 5 that are like, okay, I'm going to go drop another? I mean, there's a few. Like, I know Miles Dyer, which I'm wearing a shirt tonight, everybody.
I saw that.
Miles' shirt, Quest for Empathy. Thank you, Miles, for sending me this amazing shirt. You rock. One of my favorite people. But Miles, I know he's already stated, he told me that he is going to go upgrade immediately.
That's crazy. But he's
I mean,
a huge consoler, right?
But
He doesn't even have a PC. He's not a PC gamer.
he doesn't have a PC at all. He wants to, but he just doesn't have the means to take care of the PC yet. So hopefully soon. I don't know, man.
Yeah, Wes says this is a big jump in power, but it's nearly twice the price of the digital PS5 at $399. Right, that's the one I have. Is the digital PS5, so no disc drive.
Crazy.
Twice the price. I don't know if it's worth it.
Mm-hmm. No, I think it's tough. It's tough. But I get it. If this is your main thing, if you're a console player, if this is the main thing, this is a big increase in power. I mean, it seems pretty cool. You're gonna, if you do have a PlayStation VR 2 headset, it seems like you're gonna get an automatic upgrade. But again, if the developers on the flat side don't take advantage of what's here, and they're like, I'm not going to put anything more into my game, older games, you're not going to see anything change
Drastically change. Yeah. And I think the same is for PlayStation VR games, like the PSVR 2 games. If the developer doesn't go in and make the necessary patch to take advantage of this new tech, I don't think you're going to see a big difference either, which is unfortunate. And we all know that the support level on PSVR 2 games is lacking. So I don't know if I put a whole lot of faith in that happening.
Agreed. Agreed. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I think there will be enough people that buy it. I mean, it's going to probably be successful. There'll be a lot of new people that get it. There will be some people that upgrade. I don't think I will be one of them.
No way.
I don't think so. I don't think there's enough here for me. I mean, if it comes out and people are like, "Holy shit, it is so much better with my PlayStation VR 2 than it was before," and
That's
it
true.
wows people to the point where they're like, "Holy crap, this is way better," then I probably would. But I'm not doing it for but I'm not a flat game player on the PlayStation. Like I don't. Now I play a lot of flat games Steam now.
Yeah, because you play them in the headset.
I play them in the headset. In my Apple Vision Pro, I'll play them, and I'm mainly doing that for research purposes. But if you're a flat gamer, if you're a PlayStation 5 player, and say you bought a console right out of the gate, you were one of the lucky ones that was able to get one right away. And you're like, I've had it now for 4 years. I've gotten my money's worth out of it. I'm ready to upgrade. Then I think you'll convert. If you bought yours a year ago, 2 years ago,
maybe 2 years ago,
you paid $5.99. Are you going to pay $6.99 now?
I don't know. Even Wes in chat, I was going to ask, but he answered before I asked. Is he getting one? And he's not getting one at launch. They'll have to really show me something to.
I think I'm down along the roads with him. Like if they come out and developers support it, and it's like a big difference and it's a big change, especially with PlayStation VR 2, then
save your scruples. Get a Quest 3S when it comes out in a week, 2 weeks, or whenever it's coming.
Yep. I think I might go play Astrobot. I haven't been able to play Astrobot because we're out in California. I don't have my PlayStation. I can't bring everything with me. So my PlayStation's been here.
Can't do remote play? Come on.
No.
PSVR remote play. There's an app on the Apple Vision Pro.
Is there really?
Yeah.
I'd have to figure that out. I don't even know. I'd have to have it on, right? I never.
Yeah, you have to have it on. But
I could have my wife turn it on, I guess. But no, I haven't played anything. Should I go play Astrobot?
That'd be cool. You should stream it. I haven't live streamed in freaking forever.
people are loving Astrobot, right? Oh man. I mean, I hear it's really good. Like I hear it's really, really good.
This is the second one,
Astrobot 2.
Astrobot 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were at PAX West. Of course, they had a huge Astrobot booth. It was like it took up like the whole lobby area before you went into the main convention expo hall. A lineup of probably, I don't know, 100 people in it at all times.
At least.
You could play some stupid little game where you're throwing darts or something, or beanbags or something like that, and you could win like a keychain or like a reusable grocery bag, that sort of thing. And you got a chance to play Astrobot 2. And they had a giant PlayStation headset sitting on top of their booth. Did you notice that?
Oh yeah, no, I saw. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
But of course,
No, they have done everything they can to tweak
piss
the VR player. Yeah. Like they're holding no punches here.
They're
are
not
just
holding
like,
back. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, the in-game content of Astrobot wearing the headset and like
Dancing around on it. Yeah.
it's too funny. Like they are just taking the piss out of everybody, as our British friends would say. I love it. I don't know. Maybe somebody should work with Sony and at least bring Astrobot to regular VR or upgrade it.
I think that's a great idea.
Flat to VR kind of thing.
I think there's a whole lot of PSVR 1 titles that need to be ported to the Quest headset, is what I think.
I concur. All right, Todd, I think we've covered all of our bases here. Is there anything we forgot?
I don't think so. I did want to show off the chair a little bit.
Yeah, show off your chair. I haven't even taken mine out of the box yet.
There's going to be a review coming, but let me.
So just tell everybody, this is the Roto chair, right? The Roto, is that what it's called?
It's the RotoVR, yeah.
RotoVR. Thank you to RotoVR for sending myself and Todd one of these to check out. These things are pretty cool, man. They're freaking heavy. My wife had to bring it inside for me. And she said this thing almost like killed her. You had to get inside. So it rotates with your head, right?
So it uses this remote. If I can get it to focus.
Yep, kind of focus. Looks like a Pokemon ball.
It looks exactly like a Pokemon ball, yeah. It uses this remote, so it is a touch remote, so you can, rotate it so that you can sit down in it. If you've got up and it was facing the wrong direction, whatever, you can see it spinning around in circles there. But the idea is you put this on the top of your headset. So on top of a Quest headset, there's a little clip on the bottom of this thing. You clip it onto your headset, and it sits on top of your head. And then when you push this little mode,
so it moves with wherever your head goes.
Wherever
so how
your
do you
head goes,
attach it to your headset?
It's got a little clip on the bottom.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that just clips over top of the strap.
Does it rumble also? Is there
It does. The chair vibrates as well. I haven't figured that part out yet because you need to pair it with a wireless headphones.
Okay.
So
now, this doesn't work with every game?
Watch this.
That is cool.
Isn't that cool?
That is cool, man. I can see where there's certain
I
games.
can't turn my hand anymore, but it'll just keep going.
I think there are certain games that this is going to be sick in for sure. Does it?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: have you tried it with the VR headset on?
Yeah. And
is
it's
it
like
disorienting with you?
I used it just inside of Horizon Worlds, just because that's like in my home environment.
Yep.
The slower you turn your head, it's super slow. If you do it really fast, it like just whips around in circles.
Like
I don't know.
So I haven't tried again. I haven't tried it yet. I have to pull it out of the box and try it. I'm concerned that I don't get sick. I don't get motion sick in VR ever. There's almost nothing that makes me motion sick in VR, and I've done some crazy shit, like playing grip and not having any like grip. They have somebody puking in their freaking trailer. That's how bad grip is. So I don't get motion sick, but I just have a feeling that if you're rotating me, if I'm in a VR headset and you're rotating me around, like I know that
it's head controlled. So like you could turn your head.
Yeah, maybe that helps.
I want to shoot that guy.
That helps. Because I do know that actual physical input can help get motion sickness away from you.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm just thinking if I'm moving like that in VR and not being able to see my environment, I'm actually moving, it may have the opposite effect on me. Like
I don't know.
Like, does it have the opposite effect on somebody who doesn't normally get sick in VR? Because now it's not going to feel like I'm used to what VR feels like, which is fake movement, right? Like my eyes, I'm used to that now. And then all of a sudden, you're going to put me in something that's going to trick my brain back again. Like, I wonder if it's going to make people that don't get VR6 sick.
Let me just see if I can quickly pull up the email they sent me. Because there's
What's
a
up,
couple
Inferno
games
9?
that
How you doing,
apparently
man?
are like banger to play on it. And they suggest a few games to play first, so I'm going to definitely do that.
VR Sprite Guy says he played Grip last night and Techno Glitch wouldn't play. It's Techno Glitch. What happened? Did you wuss out and wouldn't go play Grip? You worried about a little motion sickness?
Yeah, it's going to throw up a little? What the heck?
You worried about a little VR legs?
So the first one it says to play Iron Man VR is your first game.
Really?
Is the first
That could
one.
be cool. Yeah.
It feels great flying. And it's the quickest way to train yourself and to stop using thumbsticks to look around and move around.
Yeah, I think that could be cool.
After
really
you've done that, it says to try Assassin's Creed or Resident Evil.
Interesting.
So yeah, I don't know. It looks pretty sick. It does have a little bit of a hefty price tag. It does have force feedback. It is now a made for Meta product. But I don't know if that means they're partnered. Like there's made for Meta stickers all over this damn thing. So I don't know if it's an official made for Meta product or not. I haven't found that out yet, but
I would say probably not. I mean, Meta would have announced it, I think.
yeah, like see on the back. There's a giant made for Meta sticker. Like the one that's on the Behaptic stuff. Looking at that?
No, say that one more time.
Right there is a big made for Meta sticker.
Oh, really? Like the
and it's all over the box too.
Wow, maybe I haven't heard Meta say anything about it, so it's possible, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry, guys, I'm just having to read something from work.
But it's pretty cool. I'm gonna play a bunch this weekend, and we'll have a review coming shortly. We have a couple other things too that we were fortunate enough to get access to. Focus.
Yeah, like what? Like what?
I can't tell you.
Shit, don't tease people. Why do you do that?
But there'll be there'll be reviews that are dropping on the YouTube channel when we're away. So just make sure you stay tuned to YouTube, and we'll surprise you with some new cool stuff.
A sit and spin. There you go. A sit and spin.
It's a sit and spin. Yeah. I put my daughter on it and just put the little clip on her hat. And she was blown away how fast you could spin around.
That's cool. I think it's cool, man.
So we'll have to see what it looks like.
Yeah, I think it's cool, man. I think it's a cool chair. If you hey, it's expensive now, folks. That's the only thing. Right? It's $800, I think. $800.
Uh-huh.
We'll let you know if it's worth it. I mean, it has to be really fucking good for this to be worth it.
Yeah,
for $800.
I have to thing. Like my regular gaming headphones are also wireless. I can take the wire off.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll set these ones up and see what happens.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be getting into this thing until I get back. I'll do the best I can, but like I literally have 4 days now, and I don't think I'm gonna spend a day of it setting up that chair.
I was kind of hoping it would replace this chair as well.
Oh, your Secret Lab?
But,
dude, I'm wearing a Secret Lab hat. I'm not replacing my Secret Lab chair with anything.
There's no way I'm replacing this chair. Yeah,
I missed my Secret Lab chair. I got some crappy office chair in California.
Right. Oh damn.
Not the same.
Technoglitch says link. It's rotovr.com. You can check it out there.
RotoVR.
There's a whole bunch of accessories coming. There's a steering wheel and pedals system that's coming as an attachment.
Then that changes things,
right? There's also a pro version attachment which brings the headpiece way up and adds more haptics. It brings armrests in, so you could replace your desktop chair if you wanted to. Like if you only had room for one chair in your space, this could eventually replace that. It's all modular. Everything will attach to the same chair.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it'll end up costing once you add all those things on, but like literally for $800, if it had all those things in it, if it had a wheel and pedal, you know, if it had like a motion sim on it, and you gave me the rumble and you gave me those cool things and the armrest, I mean, $800, I'm down. Like I might be down now. I don't know. I want to try this thing, but $800 is a lot of money.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of money. So I don't know what the accessory pack is going to be, how much that's going to cost either. So.
I mean, a full motorized motion rig now, unless you're building it from building it yourself, I mean, you're talking $2,500, $3,000.
Yeah, but a motion rig yaws as well.
Yeah, no, I know,
This
but
just spins around.
Not all of them. And I'm okay with not having the yaw. I'm okay with having like lateral movement. Like if you gave me this was $800. Give me wheel and pedal, give me fight stick, give me the armrest, give me the higher back with the haptics. Seat rumble. I think I could be $800 get for a motion rig. I think
For
that's a good
all
deal.
of that kind of all together, that would be a deal. Yeah.
I would pay that just for. Can you hook this thing to your PlayStation?
So far, no. Well, it doesn't really hook to anything, right? Like
How does it?
where your head turns. As long as
Alright,
the
but
game you're
nothing
playing supports head turning.
I was just thinking. I wonder if it'll be compatible with GT7 in PlayStation. So
I
not.
don't see why not.
Well, how? So okay. So but you wouldn't move in the car.
Yeah, if you turned your head to look out the mirror, the chair would spin.
Your chair was, but then you'd be all fucked up.
No, it doesn't work that
driving
way. No.
Like, I don't
And the
know if it would
haptic
work.
portion is all audio-based haptics. So you hook up your headset to the device, and it detects the thing on your head detects audio and then sends the haptics to the chair.
Well, how this is
There's
working
no
with a
connection
driving
directly
game.
to the head to the Quest.
If that's the case and it's not game based like that,
Yeah.
then I don't think
So
it would
far,
work with a racing game or a flying game.
So far, there's no direct connection to the Quest headset.
I mean, I'd
It's
have
all
to
done through
physically
that
turn
little
if I'm only physically turning my head, I wouldn't do that driving. I'm not going to do this to turn. I'm going
Yeah,
to just
exactly.
turn the wheel, and then the chair should turn when I turn the wheel.
And maybe it will because it's going to attach to the chair. So maybe, like I said, this is stuff that's coming. It's not released
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
So
Right,
maybe
right.
when you turn the wheel, the chair does turn. I don't know. It's not.
I'm very interested in this thing. I am.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked cool. I contacted this company in 2022, April of 2022.
Well, that's because you
how
thought it was
long
a
I've
sex
been-
chair.
And back then it was $499.
Really? And it's going up in price? They were
It is
fucking
almost
around.
doubled.
They're like, hey, well, let's just keep going up in price then. Well,
Yeah, I was a little surprised when I saw that. I looked through my emails and found the original emails I sent them and the pictures I took of their website, and I was like, "Oh, damn, this this price has gone up." We'll have to see. Imagine B-Haptics suit, the chair spinning around, playing Arizona Sunshine, Assassin's Creed. I don't know. I'm gonna try it. It sounds pretty cool to me.
yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, Bluebell's right. Like, I'm not a fan of audio haptics. I'd rather B-Haptics, and that's what I'm saying. Wear B-Haptics vest. Use audio haptics just so the chair rumbles a little bit, not just your vest rumbling. And then swiveling around playing Assassin's Creed with this whole get up on could be pretty cool. I have the Woozer vest, which is audio haptic, and it's really not that good. B-Haptics is way better.
Yeah, no, B-Haptics is way better. The Woodgers, it's they're cool.
It's
They're-
cool if you want to
for
go for a
music.
run and listen to some music and have it thump on you. That's
You'd
cool.
want to wear that while you're running?
It looks like a life preserver, so I
I know. I couldn't. No way. I couldn't even think about that.
Fucking huge.
Yeah. Cool. All right. It's cool. We'll try it out. We'll test it. We'll get out there. I'm trying a new head strap that I'm going to have a video for probably tomorrow, maybe. Cool company. I'm very impressed with it so far. It's CYBVR. It's a battery head strap that's very much like the Bobo, but it's not magnetic. But you can swap the batteries out, but it's not magnetic. But it's got a better head strap than the Bobo. It's way more comfortable. And it's an elite strap, which I really like. It's probably one of the better ones I've seen. I'll show you guys the way the battery clips in is super smart. And it's got a very comfortable head strap to it. One of the most comfortable I found. Like, I haven't been able to go back to anything else yet because it's so comfortable.
Oh, that's good.
So I'm liking this one a lot. Cool new company. They have some pistol grips. We haven't seen pistol grips in a while.
In a while, yeah.
They have a cool design that it's intriguing me a little bit because it's different than any other pistol grip I've seen before. For the Quest 3, I thought we've kind of seen the end of that market. But all of a sudden they popped up and they're like, hey, we're doing these things, and they look interesting. So I'll check those out too, maybe. But yeah, CYBVR, I'll have a thing for that. And shit, Todd, I've got so much shit. Like, yeah.
I just opened up these Globular Cluster, the F3 magnetic facial interface for Quest 3. It is now my new favorite facial interface. This thing is ridiculous. It comes with 4 different facial interfaces. I'll put up a Twitter post or something with all these things on it, but you attach this one piece. My headset's way over there, so I'm not going to grab it, but you attach one piece into your headset, and then you've got like the super, it's almost like silky one with memory foam in it. You've got the PLU one, you've got a workout one, and you've got the material covered one, and they're all magnetic. So you just pop them off and stick on a new one. It is so fast and so comfortable. The nose blockers for light leak are better than the ones that come native with the Quest. This totally blew my mind when I put it on. I didn't expect to even get the box. I don't know why they sent it to me, but I'm freaking loving this thing. So if you guys are looking for a new facial interface for the Quest 3, I highly recommend this globular cluster thing. This thing's
just so you know, guys,
cool.
we don't get paid for any of this stuff.
No, we don't get paid for any of this stuff.
Like, I know people are like, they're just shilling out more crap, and I'm like,
No.
we don't like. Todd did not.
I don't even get credit if you go buy it.
No. Yeah, we're not even affiliates like that stuff. We try not to. We try and stay away from that stuff. Like,
No,
try not to like shill out unless I think something's like super super good, where I'm like, hey, I don't mind pitching that. And I do think this stuff is good. It's just that I don't have time to like. To be honest with you, I don't have time to like have somebody pay me and then me feel beholden to go make a video. I just don't have time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes we do, but we will tell you if they're paid. This is not a paid advertisement. This is
I know,
just me saying this thing's fucking cool.
I know Tass has something going on. Todd, do you want to grab his thing before we go? Tass has something he's going on, a giveaway for his whatever he call what do you call the thing now? ExoStock? Exosuit?
Gabriel 004 says he's got one of these globular cluster ones and is enjoying it as well. That's good. Good to hear. And, you know, it's not just me shilling out that this thing is awesome.
Yeah.
So Mr. Tasselhoff is giving away 3 Mr. Tass ExoStock gun stocks and 13 other prizes, all done through a YouTube promotion. I will put a link in YouTube and here in chat as well, in case it doesn't go through. There you go. I think they got it right. Yeah, giving away. They're currently sponsoring a giveaway with Zergan of Red Rum Shooting Club that draws winners in 4 days on the 16th. So you got 4 days to get into this Red Rum Shooting Club giveaway with Mr. Tass. There you go. I think that's it. I think we've kind of hit all the.
I think we've eliminated everything.
I think so. I'm going through my notes. I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we're good. I think that's a good show. It's a really good show to be back from. No show next week, guys. We're gonna be away. We're gonna be hanging here, and we'll be in Tampa together doing this creator thing. At that point, or we just be flying in. So no show next week unless we decide to do something over the weekend. No, because then we're going to connect.
Now then we'll be in Tampa, and then we're going to connect.
So no show for 2 weeks, and then we'll be back the third week. So no show next week, no show the week after. But then we'll come back with a flurry of information. We'll have immersed stuff to talk about. We'll have this creator event to talk about. We'll have
new Quest stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we'll have Meta Connect stuff to talk about. So there'll be some really great stuff coming. We have some really cool stuff dropping for video stuff, and yeah, I think this was a really good show. Good to be back. Good to be back in my home studio, man. I love it. I miss it.
Yeah, it's cool.
But this will be the last one for a while. Then I'll be back on my laptop and in the other room. But it'll be cool then, and then we'll be back. And then once I get back home in October for October, and then probably into January, I think we'll be way more regular. Every Thursday, you'll see us here. Talking games, talking headsets, talking, with the community. And yeah, I'm bigger, better, faster, stronger, like the $6 Million Man.
I wish I had that theme song.
Oh my God. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. I appreciate everybody. Thank you for coming tonight. And we will see you in a few weeks. You are all the best. Go play some VR, everybody.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Daniel Manlicker. Go play some VR. There's good VR.
There's a lot of good VR.
Good VR out there, Manlicker. Go play it. Was that his real name? Was it Daniel Manlicker?
I don't know.
Daniel Manlicker.
Everybody.
Go play some